Okay, here we are again. It looks like it's adjusted right. Okay. So we'll wait a couple minutes, we'll get started. I was originally going to come on the stream and apologize for, on my neighbor's behalf, well, not my neighbors specifically, but it's a nice day out. It's one of the first nice days in a while, so people down the street are playing music loudly. I think someone went and yelled at them though because they turned the music down in the 20-ish minutes since I started getting this stuff ready, to the point where it probably won't be picked up by the microphone anymore. But hey, I guess there's no stopping them from turning the volume back up, right? So that'll be fun to have in the background. I also made another minor adjustment to the volume for Fallout 4. I turned it up one more on my volume mixer. It's almost at where my actual volume is now, so we'll see how much of a difference that makes. I probably should have done all this audio balancing, like, you know, in the first episode or two. But you know how it goes. You just adjust until it's where you like it. So that's the process anyway. I think I need to get the screen cleaner. Monitor's looking a little scrubby. Needs a little scrub, really. Just like, you know, take a cloth and just go across the little spots and circles. Plan for later, though. For now, I actually have lots of planned things. I wrote down a whole bunch of planned things on my notes. Everything I'm planning on doing between now and when we get to our ultimate destination of Diamond City. And I haven't decided yet if we're going to go to Boston Public Library before we go to Diamond City. It's distinctly possible, though. I may decide to do that. We will see. We have a few things I want to go do basically before, because I need to get to level 14 before going into the polymer labs because of the way that this game does some of its rewards. Well, my house just creaked at me, so I think that's code for go. Which one is this? My exit save? I think that's the right one. Well, we're about to find out. Let me mix while I wait for the loading screen. Should work out. Did work out. Good. So I might be in a slightly different spot than I was when I ended the episode last time. Actually went and did something that was very useful to us back at Sanctuary, and then came back, fast travel back to Walden Pond after doing it. I'll talk about what I did when I go back to Sanctuary again, but suffice it to say it was necessary, and it will save us a lot of trouble going forward. Yes, it will, buddy, because we won't have to be carrying around as much stuff. And we can only pick up the stuff that I need now, which I think I very specifically marked in my search thing. If I didn't, then I'll have to do it when I get there. Point is, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Fallout 4, the stream edition. Last time we kind of, after getting a really nice reward from helping the Brotherhood of Steel, this here laser rifle, it's going to be a pistol eventually, but not yet. It's a laser rifle, Righteous Authority right now. We got that, and we kind of just faffed around because at the moment I am level 12 and a half, and I want to go to Cambridge Polymer Labs before we go to Diamond City as like one of the last things we do, probably the last thing we do before we go to Diamond City. But before we do that, I also need to be at level 14 because a reward that you get from going to the Polymer Labs levels up when you get to level 14. So I'm going to try to get that reward. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. I don't know how I feel about shooting the dog first, though. I feel like I should probably shoot the... Maybe if we go around, he'll just leave us alone. Let's try that first. Let's try going around and not messing with the super mutant behemoth that is very, very close to that wild mongrel. We'll just go this way instead. I want to follow the highway a little bit because the stockpile that I mentioned previously, it's kind of hard to see, but I think it's like right here-ish, behind Sunshine Tidings Co-op. So we'll just follow the highway, and that should lead us straight towards it. Although following the highway has its own risks because it might lead us directly into a group of very unfriendly, not raiders. People that are a little better than your run-of-the-mill raider group. So, yeah, the other thing, I finally went into my settings and bumped the difficulty up to hard mode. So if the enemies are a little more punishing this time, that's why, because I'm up at the mode that I normally play these Bethesda games at now. It just feels like the most balanced damage dealt, damage received amount to me, to be honest. So we'll just play on that for a little while and see what happens. Something knows we're here. Something called a gunner that I have almost no chance of hitting. Maybe we'd be better off sneaking for a minute so we don't get gunned down by the gunners. Yeah, they're the group that I was talking about. They are essentially better raiders, basically. They're a more well-organized unit. They work better in groups. They aren't hopped up on Psycho all the time, mostly. And they have better weapons, so we'll just kind of give them a bit of a berth for a little while. That Sunshine Tidings up there. Some kind of industrial... looks like some kind of a mixer, if I had to guess. And in case it wasn't clear about how much more well-organized they are, they assembled that windmill at the top of the highway as a means of powering their stuff, so that's cool. Very innovative, these gunners. That is not the destination that I'm looking for. The destination that I'm looking for is right here. Because the stockpile is down the hill from here, and if I wouldn't know any better, I'd think that somebody probably already took that place as a means to an end. There's just random Brahmin here. Like someone's already taken it as an outpost for themselves. I just knew it. Call it intuition, if you will. Just random old Brahmin. Alright, cool. But so that we don't have to go in guns blazing, we're gonna go in through a secret shortcut that I found out from a priest a while ago. At this here chapel on the hill. Give us a tactical advantage, you see. Sorry, pardon me. There's some metal stuff. We don't need to worry about metal stuff at this point, though. Or, sorry. Or ever, because I'm not equipping any metal stuff, so. I guess I will grab those. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this too, buddy, but here's the place that they were talking about. Because you sit at the pews and the person gives the sermon, but over there, well, you probably see it in broad daylight, really, if you looked hard enough. But let's go in from the back entrance and see what happens, shall we? probably encounter a little bit of resistance. How much? Well, we'll find out. I don't have any silenced weapons at the moment. That would be very nice to have, but if we don't have them, that's also okay. Well, I'm already getting unhidden, so that's probably not a good sign. Let's hope there aren't any mines in here that are totally going to come out of nowhere and own me. I mean, if I had a back entrance to my hiding place, I'd probably stick mines there so nobody could find me. Just going to try to stay out of the light as best I can, because in the light, we get more easily discovered. But in the darkness, we do not. What do you think, buddy? You think I could take that turret out with one shot? Combat inhibitor. Well, that's a good way to start. I don't know if staying here is such a good idea, considering they just saw me shoot from here, but, you know, maybe if I stand still, they won't find me.
There now. What do you think?
Maybe if I do this, red turret. Okay, well, that's a good start. I gotta be careful now, though.
Over here!
Okay, well, time for playing is over. Time for shooting is now. There. Anybody else, buddy? We're still in danger, so that means somebody sees me.
Don't quit, do you?
No, generally not. No. Okay, there they are. Wait for them to pop up. And then I guess go after the arm. Okay, there goes that guy. We got one more. Where's he at? He, or is it a turret? Well, that turret's gone, so. I don't actually know if I need those, but I'm gonna take them anyway. It's a turret. Also, there's stuff behind me, too.
How much you got left in you?
That is a question, isn't it? Consider me confused. Let's find the bodies of the people that I already killed, though. Nope. Aha! Well, I wouldn't go running off at it, buddy, but you do you. Oh, okay, I'm on the wrong gun. Hold on. Providing backup, just give me a moment. I'm actually better off. I gotta get used to standing still instead of just kind of like, I like bobbing and weaving a lot in games because it makes me feel like I'm getting out of the way of stuff and dodging and doing all that stuff. But in this particular game,
Excellent.
I can get one of these. Nice. Face paint fundamentals. In this particular game, because of the perks that I took, I'm actually better off standing still because Rooted just gives me extra energy and damage resistance on top of what I've already got. So it's, you know, pretty helpful. Also, I saw some notes in here. Let's see. Red, it's a Lily. To my big sister, Red, don't worry, sis. Okay, who did I just kill? Hey, Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Would have been here earlier, but last call of the day took a fucking hour because the user's potato took 20 minutes to reboot and 15 to uninstall and reinstall Java. That's a whole lot of fun. I love potato computers. Yeah, sounds like just a grand old time. Sorry you had to sit through that. Red, it's a Lily. I don't know how much longer they're going to let me live if you keep sending these lousy supplies. Like deviled eggs? Come on. My life is on the line here, Red. I heard them talking about what they're going to do to me if the next shipment doesn't have better stuff. It ain't good. No more eggs, Lily. So these raiders had other raiders kidnap one of them. That's the impression I'm getting. To my big sister, Red, you gotta send more of those snack cakes. Otherwise, Tom said he's gonna chop me into bits. I'm scared. He's a real intimidating guy. Please, send more cakes. Think of your sister. Me. Please help, Lily. I get the impression that these two weren't on very good terms with each other, considering it's 3 whole notes of her begging. Damn it, I'm sorry, sis. I don't know what happened. I was covering the entrance like you told me. We had Tower Tom's little maggots on the run, then blam. I remember face full of plaster, then nothing. When I woke up, I was here in Beantown Brewery with Tower Tom's ugly mug grinning at me. They've been good to me so far, but I only think that's because they want our food. Don't give them a thing, sis. I'll find a way out of here. Lil. So these two were written by Tower Tom's men. This was written by her actual sister. And these two were written by not her sister because she was begging for food and scraps and stuff, whereas previously she wouldn't told them, yeah, don't give them a thing. They don't deserve it. Got it. So her sister is most definitely dead. Fair enough. Not cool for her or her sister, but you know. Okay, so I actually did a little bit of fixing inventory stuff, mostly at Sanctuary, like I said at the beginning of the episode. I have marked, I think, the 5 things that we'll actually need now in terms of materials, and of course it comes down to, if you've played this game before, you'll know probably which materials it came down to. Adhesive is one of them. We also needed fiberglass, ballistic fiber, screws, and oil. So I think I have all of those marked, and we'll basically only be needing to pick up those from now on, and then we'll be in good shape, I think. I feel like I should turn my light on, but at the same time I don't think it's a good idea because they'll see me. Speaking of they'll see me, do I have a crit stored up? I do have a crit stored up. Raider Psycho or regular Raider. Well, I know which one I'm hitting first. That's a 1. Now, I've still got a couple more AP, so I can kind of peek around the corner. If I can find him. Go get him, Dogmeat! Okay, well, I missed one 90% shot. What is this, Final Fantasy Tactics? But we got the other one, so that's good. There's also probably more of them. It says I'm in danger, but I don't see them, so. I also melted this person, so that's another little side effect of the, you know, energy weapons in this game. You can sometimes just liquidate a person. So that's fun. I think they're over here, actually. No, they're not. It says they're over here, but yeah, this is just a dead end. All right. It was a government device. The fact that it took that long to reboot is awful. Yeah, I kind of, honestly, I wish I was surprised, but we, me and my friend, when we were back in high school, we took a tour of the Army Corps of Engineers, and they still had, like, just a lot of stuff that, like, their tech was, like, way behind. Like, they were still using compasses and shit to do their engineering calculations. It's like, guys, it's 2008. Can we move into the future here, please? So it seems like government places are always kind of behind in tech in the real world. Not here, evidently, but in the real world, yeah. Memo, attention, security upgrade, urgent potential breach. Attention, Federal Ration Stockpile personnel. In response to recent events, this facility will be operating under heightened security starting immediately. Identification must be warned at all times while on grounds. Civilians must be checked in and given temporary identification while on the premises. That tracks, because they did that when we got our rations. This includes delivery staff and vehicle operators. There will be no exceptions. Strict inventory will be taken on federal rations. Don't risk your job by taking anything home. Yes, this means you. Man. Somebody had a vendetta against whoever was sitting at this computer all day in this dark, disgusting bunker. An urgent, immediate response required. A group of civilians has discovered the hatch leading to the old tunnels connected to this facility. I didn't tell them. Simple surveillance of this exit point is no longer adequate. A minimum of 3 men will be stationed at this point until we can find a way to better secure this route or seal it up entirely. Also, I do not want to hear any more complaining about our choice to build this federal storage facility into these tunnels or the struggles of the retrofit operation. The decision has been made within the approved budget and is done. This exit point will be handled and this facility will continue to serve its purpose. And then the bombs fell. And they all died, probably, from the radiation when they tried to walk outside. They probably could have stayed in here for a while, but depends on how much food is left in here. Only one way to find out. Let's head inside and see what we can find. You know, along with raiders and stuff that I'm sure will also be here. Wonder if I should quick save. I bumped the difficulty up to hard, like I said at the beginning of the episode, so... Oh, okay, well. So things should be a little tougher now than it was before. Nice sneak attack, that's helpful. Boy, that would have been a kill if it wasn't for the fact that, you know... Alright, I need to find cover. This is not cover. That's a turret. Oh. Well, I guess there were still some rations in here. Hello. Would you like to tussle? Nice work, Dogmeat. I don't know why I just took that tire iron. Here, take it back. Yeah, turrets on higher difficulty... Ooh, that's a lot of Nuka-Cola Quantum. Turrets on higher difficulty have a very strict tendency to rip through you if you aren't behind cover, so I would recommend being behind cover before taking care of them, if at all possible. Like that. Especially where they can't see you. That helps a lot. I just held down control for like 3 seconds and almost activated sticky keys. Whoops. Or is it shift that activates sticky keys? I forget. Anyway. Well, they've eaten a few of the rations, but there are still some left over. Not that I want any of them, but, you know. I'll take the first 8, though. Is it shift? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Another fat man. Well, I'll take it because it has a mini nuke inside of it. And then I will shove this 30-pound piece of machinery inside of this first aid box because I have no chill. No, you're going in there. I don't care if you fit or not. This is your home now. I should reload. Okay. Guess I'll take the rounds. Is this an other one? No, that's the one that I just blew up. I thought there was 2, but I could be misremembering. More cans over there. Well, let's look and see what else we've got in here before we, that place looks ominous before we head down there. Let's see here. You made a mistake. You got on Twitter and there's a debate going on about whether some Pokemon should be part fairy or not, including our proud Onion Fae Celebi. I mean, I could see it, I guess. But I feel like they wouldn't take away a type to give it a new type. Did they do that ever? I guess they did it with Granbull, but he was, like, just normal type, you know? So they kind of just... And they did it with Clefable, too. Like, most of the time, it feels like when they added the fairy type, it was just added on top of what was already there, you know? So, those are just the same things we've seen. Anything else in here? Okay, so that's how you get through the security door from this side if you came in from the opposite direction, from the front. Okay. I see. I know the 10mm isn't really getting a whole lot of use at the moment. It's just because Righteous Authority is so frickin' good. But, you know, we'll get there. Ugh, water. Water from inside a dirty old stockpile. Not my cup of tea. Yeah, I'm just going to be liberally using this weapon for a while. And it's not even in a situation where, like... Hang on. It's not even in a situation where it's like a pistol yet. Like, it's still a rifle, and I'm still managing to get this kind of mileage out of it. So you can imagine what's going to happen when I can fire more than 3 shots in VATS at one time. This weapon will go places. Yeah, I think I'm liking the damage output a little bit better now, because this is
This is gonna be fun, rookie.
Are they coming in from the opposite side? It's kind of hard to tell. I think he's being grappled, so let's just take our shot while we have it. Dogmeat went and ran up. Be a funny challenge run. Can you beat a Fallout game while picking up everything? You would be over encumbered a lot, but you probably could do it. Okay, so they're probably down and away here. Oop, pardon me, buddy. Oh, we're gonna have to trek through the goop. Well,
Shit. Lost him.
we might not have to. I can't see him, though. You know, I never undid that custom marker. I don't need it anymore now that we found the Lonely Chapel. So, get ready to scooch, buddy. Scooch through the water. It actually wasn't as deep as I thought it was. So that's cool. Yeah, not a whole lot of good stuff. So there was 2 directions that I could have gone in here.
What the fuck was that?
What did that say? Legendary Raider? Oh, okay, speaking of which. I'd like to see you shoot me from behind this box. What's inside the orange box? Molotov cocktail. That's what's inside the orange box. Maybe I should hit the turret first. Yeah, Dogmeat's grappling the Raider. I'll hit the turret first. We will find out soon enough. There's also multiple enemies with them. Okay. Oh my god. Somebody threw a grenade at that guy. Hold on, Dogmeat. I'm coming. Can't stim pack you. Hold on. Is it because we're... Instigating pipe bolt action pistol. Does double damage if the target's at full health. Wait, are you disintegrating these people? Yes, my laser weapon disintegrates them. Yes. I don't know about disappearing act. I have my light on. Would you like to try again? Yeah, that was a legendary raider. So they every time you kill a legendary enemy, well, we didn't get to see it there, but they can mutate, which basically just restores all their health to maximum. But in addition to that, when you kill them, you get an item that has a legendary effect, kind of similar to Righteous Authority's Lucky effect. That one's pretty good. It's really helpful if you're sneaking around, because you can probably kill people faster than you would with other stuff. But I'm not sneaking around at the moment. I'm up in the air with a sledgehammer, ready to take this guy on. That was just a legendary regular raider, though, so not really a whole lot going on there, but, you know.
Did you hear that?
Let me just sneak around the corner casually. Show myself, and then present myself. Sir, I would like you to assume the position, and by that I mean assume the position where my laser rifle will shoot you to death. Thank you. Thank you for assuming the position. Have a nice day. Alright, nothing going on there. More disintegration happening. Like, it's just the standard fare for the apocalypse, right? You're just like, oh, okay, I disintegrated a person. Okay, no big deal. Wonder if that's the way out, huh, buddy? Well, I can find out by breaking my legs. No, that's not true. Oh, okay, I could just come down here like that, which is how Dogmeat's gonna come down here. This is just another door. Yeah, how did they not see you? Stealth in a Bethesda game, that is how. Just wait until later when I can sneak around in broad daylight while moving at a running speed like this, and they still won't be able to see me. I'm not gonna be taking that perk until very late in the game, specifically because I don't wanna, you know, I'm gonna go see what's through this door. If we find like an end point, then we'll come back, and then go from there. Oop, okay. Yeah, stealth in a Bethesda game is wild. It's very interesting. Remind me of whenever you find newbies in 14 in low-level areas, you give them a crit low, and when it wears off, you say, "Thank you. Hope you've enjoyed your free trial of immortality." It's not wrong. Oh, that's where this led to. It just led all the way around to that spot we've already been to. Okay. Now I understand. See, we've looped the dungeon. We've seen where to go. Okay, so if you don't want to hack the security terminal, which you might not have enough hacking to do, you can just go around by going through there, because you just go down. Like, there's the door that we opened from the other side. You just go down, around, and up. All right, so that means the front entrance should be over here, then. Oh. Ha, whiskey. Nice.
Well, they were kind of in trouble at the Cambridge police station. They were in pretty bad shape for a while. But the vault dweller showed up and gave him a hand. Or a gun. Or the vault dweller helped them, is what I'm trying to say.
Sorry, I'm listening to the radio broadcast. They update the radio broadcasts in this game depending on what you've done. And in this particular case, because I helped the Brotherhood of Steel at Cambridge Police Station, they, well, talked about it just now. That's cool. I don't think I need those can chimes. This is the front entrance, right? Let me see. Probably, considering it's a staircase with a bunch of can chimes next to it. Yes, that's the front entrance. Okay, so what's down the side path there? Because there ain't no way that shield is breaking. Yeah, no, that shield is not breaking. If you're in a lower level area, it's like, oh, okay, well, that shield is going to be just fine. Oh my god. Ow! My legs! My legs were not broken. But, you know, maybe I should turn my light on so I can see the mines before they blow me up again. So where's this, then? I guess you could have hopped up there. Okay, did it again. Maybe I should disarm the mines. Like, I feel like that would probably, you know, work a little better. I don't see them at the moment, but I'm gonna walk the rest of the way. Of course, if I walk, I'm not gonna be able to get away. But, you know. I think they're up there. I thought they were right next to Dogmeat's feet there, but, you know, it was just the brick and mortar. You have like 7 dozen stim packs, you'll be fine, that's true. The thing about explosives is that sometimes it does cripple your limbs. Well, I should say sometimes they cripple your limbs. There we go, that's proper English. Hello, buddy, can you move out of the way, please? This is narrow corridors, and I'm trying not to get smacked in the face. Okay, so this is like a shortcut over top of the other place. Okay. Well, then I guess let's get a running start. There. See where we end up. But yeah, and if they cripple your limbs, a stim pack will just heal off the crippled limbs. Why do I feel like this is going to go very poorly for me as well? Because this guy's body is smoking. Well, that's a stealth boy, so I'll take that. Like, I kind of expected there to be just a bunch of mines, like a cluster of them underneath his body, but this isn't Fallout New Vegas, so I guess not. Alright, buddy, I think I'm done. Let's go outside and see what's waiting for us behind door number 1. Hopefully not more mines. Proper English. Okay, English is hard. That is true, yes. English is difficult. Even for proper English speaker, English is difficult sometimes. But yeah, I gotta get out of the habit now of just picking up random junk, because unless I have it highlighted, I don't actually need it anymore, so it won't be something for me to worry about, you know. Let me do this, because the Commonwealth's gonna take a while to load, so I can take a drink while the world map boots back up. I didn't check how much experience we've been getting to see how close we are to level 13. I don't think we'll quite get there from being in here, but I have a couple of other quests lined up to do in order to get us to 13 and then 14 before we go to Cambridge Polymer Labs. Like I said earlier, it changes the loot table in there so that we get a better reward, and I would like that better reward, so even if I'm not really going to use it a whole lot. Sir, you will blow my cover. Oh, we're at about 3/4. That's not bad. Hang on. Let me just see what... Oh my god, there's like 4 raiders out there.
The jet will make you jittery. Okay, cut the shit. Who is that? Rip on yourself.
Okay, hello there. Maybe I should hit him before he gets out the door. Yeah, there we go.
Don't you die on me.
Believe me, I understand the feeling. Thankfully, my dog is essential and cannot die. It's a laser to the face. What do you mean, ain't nothing? Come on, duck around the corner again. I have the, not the high ground, but I have a proper positioning. If I was in XCOM, I would be almost immune to enemy bullets right now. I can't believe I actually remember XCOM. Okay. That's a raider in power armor. Hello. Hold on. I have to fix this real quick. That did not fix the problem. Can I get my weapon out? My head's been crippled. Alright, so I need to get up, and then I need to block one of their hits so I can actually do that, and then... Can I, like, please? Okay. That's fine. Man, rooted is a hell of a drug. Okay, mostly T45 stuff. Where's your fusion core? Or did you just jump into it with no fusion core and then just wander? I guess so. Alright, anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Oh, man, come back. I was having fun. There you are.
Hello.
Bitch.
Would you call me? Okay, you've got a couple of friends, so I guess I gotta get rid of you quickly. Thank you for taking the exact same spot that he did to make my shooting a little easier. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to reload. Turns out reload is the same button. But this is working out very well, though. Like, I haven't even used this in a while, but I'm keeping myself in pretty good cover here, so it's making it a lot easier to, like, you know, dodge the shots that things are. Wait for it. There. Is Dogmeat outside? Is that why I haven't seen him in forever? He probably wandered out there and he's doing something. I guess we'll find out in a second. One person left. Oh, I've been doing that the whole time, actually. I don't know what you're talking about. Where the hell did you go, anyway? Up from me? Up in there? I guess so. We're gonna find out. No, you're down from me. Okay. And over there.
Come on out.
Ah, found you. Don't have a crit built up, though, so not gonna be able to do a whole lot to that. Trust me. I won't hurt you, I promise. Ah, okay. That's probably one of the things. There we go. Now, I have good positioning. They have really good positioning, though. They're inside there, so this will be tougher than it has to be. Be lucky if I hit one of those shots. Might hit it better like this, though. Let's see. Come on, duck your head out. There you go. I can't believe I'm actually hitting these shots, though. Like, with the tiny-ass glow sight on this thing, like, I feel like I'd have a hard time hitting anything, but I guess we're managing. I think there's a way to put a reflex sight on it later, though, which the nice thing about reflex sights in this game is that they decrease the cost of VATS shots, which is obviously going to synergize very well with what I want the build to do, so, you know, that'll be helpful. Nice little place they built for themselves here, though, out of the ruins and scrap and junk. Okay, but seriously, what is this other thing that's below me? Okay, they're down on this level, whatever they are. Hello? Mario? Mario! Oh, they're gone now. Oh, people are fighting over if Celebi is the Onion Fairy or the time travel Pokemon. Oh, that's a little... I mean... Isn't it, like, right in the Pokedex entry that it's the time travel Pokemon? Now it makes sense why people on Bird App are fighting. There you go. Why fuck that guy have a whole-ass pool cue on their person before being disintegrated? I guess that's a good question. Another question is, how did the pool cue not get disintegrated, but the person holding it did? Questions I don't have an answer to. Oh, that's why I couldn't see you, because it's another puppy. I'm sorry, buddy. I have to put you down. If I can, you know, reach you. Hello. I'm sorry, buddy. Well, tanky pup. You can also reload in VATS, in case that wasn't clear from me, well, reloading in VATS. So, light dog armor. So that's what the dog armor looks like if you get the normal stuff. It's basically Raider armor, except for a dog, and now you probably understand why I didn't want to give it to Dogmeat, who is still conspicuously absent. I don't know where he went. Dogmeat! Hey, buddy. Time to go. Wonderful. It's time to go. Did you get stuck or lost somewhere? Pre-war money. So there's the weirdo, psychopath guy. I'm gonna go back in here and see if he's in here somewhere. Yeah, where'd Dogmeat go? That's what I'm wondering. We're gonna go find out. He might still be in here somewhere. Or I may have to fast travel to get him to show up again. There he is. Hi, buddy. Ready? I took care of all the mean people outside, so now we can go. Let's hope he actually makes it outside this time, or I'm basically just going to fast travel somewhere and get him to show up. I prefer not to fast travel if I can, because the place that, okay, there he is. The place that I want to go to is pretty close to here. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to want to start getting ready to hunker down for the night. He can just not zone with you. Yeah, I think it's a bug. It happens in most Bethesda games, though. Like, they just don't leave the zone for some reason. I'm not really sure why it happens, but it just seems like it happens occasionally. Like a flag or something doesn't trip, and so they don't zone with you. Now, can you imagine if I tried to go in this place from the front? There's like almost no cover. Somebody in power armor. That probably wouldn't have worked out so well for me. All right, now, by comparison to where we've been previously, where are we now? Okay, so we're right around the corner from ArcJet. Actually, the place that I want to go is pretty close to ArcJet as well, so I think we'll just follow the road. And we'll see if we can make it there before it gets too dark. I'm surprised there's still any light out at all here, considering it's 9 o'clock in game. Like, you'd think that the way that the Earth's axis is, since we're in, you know, Boston, we'd probably it'd probably be pretty dark considering it's November in the game right now. But what do I know? What'd you find, buddy? Ooh, pre-war money. I didn't mean to take that bubble gum. I'm gonna take these bottle caps and give you the bubble gum. There. No, it's an expert safe. I don't think I can crack that one, buddy. Sorry. I will take whatever's also in here, though. Actually, there's a Nuka Cherry. I'll take that. It's worth a little bit of money, so. Oh, somebody left a cooking station here. Did I could probably light this underneath. Did I have anything to cook? I don't think so. So I guess that's where the cooking station animation is for the pot. What the hell? Oh. Man. What did that say? Gunner's green bandana. Oh, somebody's shooting me with a shotgun. That's why I'm hearing
Kicking? Jesus.
that. I was like, wait a minute, where's that coming from? It's from this gunner who's shooting me with a shotgun. So this must have been his place, and I, like, wandered in and it tripped a flag that caused him and his dog to spawn. That's cool. Yes, I definitely crushed his neck with this sledgehammer. It's pretty strong. And I'm pretty strong. I have 9 strength and the rooted perk, so those things combined make for a hell of a 1-2 punch, you know. There's some kind of a trailer park down here, too. I don't know if I want to go to this trailer park right now, though. Actually, I think I know which one it is, and I think we have to get over that ridge to get to it. So instead of getting sidetracked, I'll just continue on the path that I was planning on going, which was basically to go past ArcJet here. I might rest for the night at ArcJet, but there's a railroad track that runs next to Jalbert Brothers Disposal here. It runs all the way down. I want to take this path that leads to the railroad tracks because it also leads to another place where we can get a little more experience. Okay, you're getting off of Twitter. Super jealous. Someone just got a shiny Celebi and VC Crystal after a few hundred Oh my god. After all the work you did. Jesus. Somebody's like, okay, yeah, I could definitely see wanting to get off Twitter after that because that's like, okay, now you're just rubbing it in. Oh, Meyerlick. Well, expose your face for me there, sir, so I can give you one of these. Okay, that's that. I'm getting stuck behind you, which is definitely not where I want to be. I guess the lasers can just kind of deflect off of their shields if you're not careful. Well, that did pretty good, though. Nice. Kind of gruesome, but nice. Don't regular my... Yeah, you know, I'll take it, because it might come in handy for, making some stuff. Looks like there's more than 2. Looks like there's 3 spots, but I guess there was only 2 that came out. Alright, then. Yeah, things are hitting a little bit harder now, which is kind of a little bit more appropriate. It's forcing me to actually use stim packs, and I mean, I've still got plenty of them, as you can see here, but it's forcing me to actually use them, which is kind of refreshing, because on normal difficulty, I definitely was not just using them. So, is this the road? Yes, it is. It's a dirt road, according to what I can see here, but it's a... What in the goddamn is that? I don't think I want to go towards that, but well, here we are. Something just blew up over there. Whose bright idea? What the fuck was that? Whose bright idea was that? Just explosive. Just that was because that was a mini nuke that just went off. So somebody was playing with a fat man over here. Okay. Dreth. Says he's friendly. Hi. Oh, that's the problem. Super mutant suicide. Are you gonna eat that? Did you just deal with this super mutant suicider and just slough it off like nothing?
Well, now who's this? You here to trade, sister?
You might be essential, actually, because you're a trader, so, sure, why not?
You a traitor? Sure. Let me see what you've got.
All right, let her through.
Oh, okay. Let me through... What? Did you have friends and the super mutant suicider killed them? Yes, and that's why she's going to bed, because she just dealt with this. And probably... You know, maybe you shouldn't have set up shop directly over top of that place, which, yeah, that's the Weston Water Treatment Plant. And I know what's there normally, and there's a bunch of super mutants there. So that tracks, basically. That's a radiant event, that traitor, but the super mutant suicider was not a radiant event. That was a super mutant just wandering off from that treatment plant where they're normally spawned at and decided to take his rage out on them violently with a bomb. So that's great. Well, let's see what they left behind over here. Some duct tape, that's nice. Some 5mm rounds, that's also nice. Don't really need the connecting rods. I'll take the used oil can now. What do we got in here? More duct tape. I like more duct tape. That will always come in handy. And some more fusion cells, since I've used about 100 since starting this episode. I think they did a documentary on this place. This is the Greygarden homestead. They made a television documentary on this place before the bombs fell. Think anybody's home, buddy? Only one way to find out. Someone said they saw a Celebi and thought it was a Chow. What a world we live in. I'm surprised because Chows and Celebi were kind of like, you know, they happened at a similar time. So that's surprising. Door inaccessible. Well, that's fun. Are you having fun with your teddy bear? Sometimes he'll randomly play with the teddy bear if it's in his inventory, and he'll just decide, I'm gonna choose violence on this teddy bear right now. Yeah, I have almost 800. I have a little over 800, including the ones I have in the chamber, so I'll be fine. I'll be good. I wonder if ye old Greygarden Estates has any whiskey just hanging around. He has a desktop picture frame. Haven't seen that yet. So, expert door. We're not getting in there, buddy. Whatever secrets he had for this place, he's taking them to the grave. Excuse me, unless I get to like level 40 something and decide I'm going to put perk points into lockpicking, because why not? But yeah, it's nice doing that. I feel like it's almost a little bit unbalanced in terms of the way that they have that first Brotherhood of Steel mission structured, because they give you so many fusion cells from the mission if you pick every bit of ammo up from the synths that you fight, and then they give you a weapon that's like has one of the best legendary effects in the game right after you get 800 rounds for it or so. Like, I feel like that's a little silly, maybe a little unbalanced. So no, not a whole lot going on up here. Some Abraxo cleaner, though. Abraxo cleaner is actually really nice because not only does it have asbestos in it, there's also fiberglass in it, if I remember correctly. I don't know how that works. It's laundry detergent. I don't think it should have fiberglass in it, but, well, here we are. Yeah, there it is. Acid, antiseptic, and fiberglass. So it's not harder locks. You just need to start off with enough lockpicking rank. That's lame. Yeah, it's not like how it is in Skyrim, where even if the lock is more difficult, you can just keep trying it. If you don't have the perk for lockpicking, you simply cannot try the lock. The character will just say, well, I don't think I'll be able to pick this, and you can't try it at all. So that's why I'm not a big fan of lockpicking in Fallout, because let me try. Like, I understand it'll be hard, but let me try. I'll get to it eventually, and it's not like the loot inside of it is leveled. They don't do that in Bethesda games unless you download a mod for it, so... Oh. Huh. Well, I guess his Mr. Handies are still active.
Green's the name, and trading's the game. Ready to bargain in the garden?
Am I on a game show?
You sound like a game show host.
That's the correct answer. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, should we tell the lucky contestant what fabulous prize she's won?
Oh, no.
Sure. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you could avoid that Brotherhood of Steel quest. You don't have to go do it.
Fabulous prize.
Is it the inside of that Mr. Handy? Because I don't think I want to win the inside of a Mr. Handy. Supervisor Green? What's my prize? Oops. Well, anyway.
It's a brand new car.
He was supposed to say that in front of that car.
If you've already got
That
your
rusted,
license,
disgusting car, but
atomic-powered automation. You can also take your winnings in the
then he came
form
back
of
to
a
clip the
cash
mute
prize.
fruit, so...
How does 100 caps sound?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'll take the cash prize.
Here you go. And if you want to use your winnings to make a few purchases from Robco, we certainly won't complain. Ha ha! Well, it's been a real pleasure.
Maybe that's why this place got to such... It's basically a self-sufficient farm. Like, these Mr. Handies are powered by fission generators or kinetic servos or some shit like that, so they don't really need fuel. And in addition to that, it's a greenhouse with fresh water intakes from the water treatment plant down there. So you basically don't need to go anywhere, and you can get whatever you want out of this place. Like, watch, I can just kind of take some water and slurp it up. There. I just healed myself almost to full from that. But the reason why is that Mr. Handy units are normally not Robco. They're normally General Atomics, and those companies really don't like each other. So maybe the reason why they work so efficiently is because he installed Robco parts into them, which would be kind of sacrilegious if General Atomics caught him, but they didn't, so,
Welcome to Greygarden, darling. This is the Commonwealth's first and only hydroponics facility run entirely by robots.
I see that. This place seems familiar, though.
This place seems familiar. I think I saw a bit about it on the news back before the war.
Yes, construction was completed mere days before the war. We were able to survive and continue our operations only because our creator made us fully self-sufficient. You see, there are two kinds of robots here. The worker drones carry out labor and maintenance.
Those are the ones that don't have the
Supervisors,
upgraded
that's
VIs.
myself, green and brown, possess sophisticated cognition processors. We are capable of complex analysis and decision-making, a testament to the genius of our creator, Dr. Edward Gray.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
I remember him. He was one of Robco's senior engineers.
And now we know why he installed Robco parts on these General Atomics robots.
That's the second time you've said that you remember something before the war.
Yeah, about
I
that.
think you're a little confused, darling. You simply can't have been alive back then.
Well, yes, how silly of me.
Robotics and artificial intelligence were our creator's great passions, rivaled only by his love of television.
And that's why he installed, all of these personalities into you guys.
As do the other supervisors.
I really like this quest because I like their personalities. They're really cool. Like, it feels like there's so much storytelling packed into this little section, you know?
Unique. Sort of hard to miss.
I'll take that as a compliment, darling.
That's what I meant it
After
as, so,
all,
you
the
know.
last thing any woman wants to be is ordinary.
I mean, that's
A few
fair.
other things you should know. Talk to Green if you need supplies. If it's caps you require, Brown might have a few odd jobs.
Like picking plants for you.
There's one other thing. A question, really. Tell me, darling, what do you think of the water around here?
Well, honestly, I pumped it and it seems okay, but that was a hand pump, so that's a little bit different.
The water?
Wow, it's ghastly. That's what it is. Simply ghastly.
So what's wrong with
Pressure's
it?
down, radiation is up. Why, it's practically toxic. Just think what it must be doing to my skin.
I mean, you look
This
mostly
will never
radiant.
do. I don't mean to impose, darling, but
I could say she looks like she's glowing, but that would be the radiation, so. So what do you need me to do?
What do you need me to do?
most of our water comes from the old Western plant, south of here. Such an eyesore. Be a dear and pay a visit, See what you can do. Maybe tidy up the place. It must be filthy.
Well, if it's pumping irradiated water to you,
Sure I can.
I was going to say, that means the treatment stuff isn't working, so maybe I can get it up and running again. Alright, cool. Troubled waters. Well, we'll go investigate the water treatment plant, but before we do that, buddy, I think it's time for us to hunker down for the night. So let's go do that. I don't think I picked up anything to cook. Oh, I did pick up Mirelurk meat that I could cook, but I don't think I want to cook Mirelurk meat, to be honest. I think I'll just stick with the other stuff. So instead of that, let's just drop this. And in case it starts raining, let's drop his bed in here. All right, buddy.
Hey. Go check that out.
Go have a nice snooze inside the greenhouse where you won't get all wet if it does get all wet tonight. Okay, so time for a sleep. I was gonna say it's probably a little late, but yes, it's 2 in the morning. I should probably get a little rest in. Honestly, it might have been in my better interest to go to the plant while it was dark out, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, anything that's there will now be able to see me in broad daylight because it's, well, broad daylight, but, you know, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's have some food. We'll start with... I grabbed some silk beans from home because I don't really feel like they're going to be too particularly useful, to be honest. So I just grabbed them and said, okay, well, I'll eat these first. And now we should be good. Okay, so let's give Dogmeat a pet, as we always do. Take his bed. have him follow us, and we'll go off to the treatment plant. We might actually have an easier time of it, honestly, because if that super mutant suicider that almost blew up Dreth was from the treatment plant and wasn't just a radiant event, it should be easier. Oh yeah, see, look, there's the water that they were talking about spraying down. But yeah, it should be a little easier to get into the place. By the way, this is the car that he was saying, he was referring to, and he was like, here's your prize, it's a brand new car. Brand new, my ass. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so it might be easier to get in because the suicider, who normally greets you at the front door with a bang, literally, is dead. So it might be a little simpler to get in. That's where we, I think those are all the Pulowski shelters that I opened, and I said one of these is going to blow up right when we were coming back from ArcJet. And we've already been here. We just didn't continue down this road previously because we made a turn to go into ArcJet. So now we'll not make the turn. We'll just go straight. While preparing for the worst and hoping for the best because, you know, that's what happens. Am I fully loaded? I'm fully loaded. Good. Yeah, we turned up that way to go to ArcJet. So this time, instead of doing that, let's just go this way. I wonder if Dreth will decide to... So this is what happens if you don't have the proper lock picking.
Lock tight.
This lock is too difficult. No kidding. That's why I want to try it, because maybe it'll have better loot. What'd you find, buddy? Something inside the truck? Because if it's something inside the truck, I don't think we're going to get in there, buddy. Sorry. Nah, come on. Off we go. I think if I remember right... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, I think if I remember right, one of these rad stags around here is actually a legendary one, so you can, like, kill it and have it drop a legendary item for you. It's kind of silly, but... Okay, he's snarling at the rad stags. They're the ones in caution. I'm in caution right now because I'm in danger. The super mutants might be able to see me. Now, just because the suicider is dead and we don't have to worry about him anymore doesn't mean that we're out of the woods yet. Some of the enemies over here have some heavy ordnance, if you know what I mean. It's not just the atom bomb that he tried to eviscerate Dreth with. There's more to it than just that. That being said, I don't see any of them in vats at the moment, so maybe they all went to bed and are just waking up. Or maybe they're not loaded yet. Well, I'm about to be loaded with bullets because they saw me, so... Which one saw me? Mutant Hound. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see if any of them decide to show up. Is it the Rad Stag that has me in danger? Is Dogmeat going after the Rad Stags? Is that why I'm in danger? Why don't you guys run off so I can deal with the real threat here? These guys. That doesn't do nearly as much damage as I was hoping it would, but I'm kind of out of range, so... Okay, well, that was the other problem that we just saw right there. You may have seen a couple of other minor explosions that just happened. Hold on. Take care of this real quick. Hold up. I need you to be more accurate than that. That was not accurate enough. Vats, I need you to be more accurate before they blow me up. So that was the suicider that apparently wasn't the same one as the one that I said hit Dreth. If you let them get too close, they blow up. They use the bomb and they explode themselves. And it kills most things in the area because it's basically the equivalent of a fat man. So, you know, that's no good. Just got back. What'd you miss? We made our way to the water treatment plant that Supervisor White wanted us to go to fix the water. A super mutant suicider, a different one from the one that tried to blow up Dreth, decided I was a better target and blew me up. And now I start back here. So I'm going to have to quick save before we get there again so I don't get blown up the next time. Vats was horribly inaccurate. If you hit the arm that they're holding the mini nuke in, though, you can just blow them up immediately. So I might want to like bank a critical hit, maybe. If I can bank a critical hit before we start fighting them, I can use the critical hit on the Suicider's arm and blow him up before he becomes a problem close by getting too close to me. So, or you know, I could just be less trash at the game and actually hit my shots when I try to hit them. That would probably work a little bit better, but we'll see. All right, so we'll get a little bit closer to the plant and I'll quick save so we don't have to keep making this run back each time. Okay. Almost back. I'm trying to figure out what that noise was in the background, but I'm not sure if anybody else heard it, so it might just be me. I might just be going insane. No radstags here now, though. But on top of the super mutant with the mini nuke in his hand, there's also a missile launcher super mutant that is here as well. Oh, I shot that guy so hard he unloaded from the zone. That's cool. Let's just back up, buddy, because they won't be able to see us behind this hill, so I can kind of take pot shots and wait. Oh, okay, there he is. So, first thing I want to do... Oh, I hit at least one of those shots. Alright, now. It's gonna happen again. Never mind, it only happened to Dogmeat. Hang on, buddy, I'm coming! Why would you do that to yourself? You're gonna get us both killed by the guy with a missile launcher who is still shooting at me. That car just blew up. Oh god. Man, it's a good thing he has horrible aim. Hang in there, buddy. I know. Man, these things take some punishment. What have you been feeding him? Not very smart, though. Okay. Well, hello. Dogmeat, are you okay over there? Oh, hello. You'd all like to go for the short range, huh? Well, I can handle short range. I think. You know, if you don't block all my hits.
Super mutant! I am unstoppable!
Man, he's pretty good at this whole block and counter thing. I'm getting surrounded while this is happening. I need to stop doing that so I can, you know. Let's see. I think 2 more shots should be good. Yeah. Okay, well, we're level 13. That will give me a full heal, so that's nice. So that was the guy with the missile launcher, so at least he's down. Where else am I getting shot from now? I'm getting shot from so far away, I can't even see them. You will make for good fodder for vats, so I can keep building crits up. There's that. Now, next guy. Oh, hang on. Dogmeat's down again. I'm coming, buddy. Hang on. I can't sprint because I'm reloading. You okay? That's a big word for you, arrogance. Did you learn that from the dictionary? Wow, 23 hit rate. I can hit him pretty easily, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. Legendary super mutant skirmisher. Okay, so not only is he 1 tier higher than the normal super mutant, he's also a skirmisher, and there's one behind me. So that's great. Oh, and the one behind me is also a skirmisher, and they killed the radstags, so that's great. Hey, buddy. I was gonna say, you want to help out a little bit? But he did. Let's see, not that one. Do that third one. 1, 2, smack. Okay. Well, that's not the best, but I can probably make do. I was gonna say, please go down. I'm dying here. Alright, where's this other guy? See him, buddy? There's bullets whizzing past my head, so he must be around here somewhere. Go over here. He's all the way down range there, looks like. 308 rounds. It's not a wonder they were hitting me so hard. 308 rounds are hunting rifle rounds, so those are pretty good. So how does an energy rifle convert into an energy pistol? It's just the grip on it. You can change the grip out for a pistol grip, and it will just be fine. It's kind of weird, honestly, thinking about it. You know what would probably work a lot better is if I had like a long-range weapon. I'd probably be able to deal with these guys a lot easier if I did, but, well, you know. Just hit him in the back of the skull. This is not the range that the pistol can deal with enemies at, so I gotta get a little closer. That's not the side I wanted to duck out at. There he is. I think there's at least one other guy, too. Over there, I saw him. I think. It's kind of hard to tell. But we will get through all of them eventually, and then be able to make our way to where we're going, so. See where he went, buddy? I don't see him now, probably because I'm not using the reflex sight. The reflex sight has a little extra zoom on it, which is kind of nice. It helps out a little bit. So, all right, I'm gonna wait till we're hidden, then I'm gonna quick save, and then I'm gonna run in. I don't know if this is such a good idea, but I'm gonna run in. He's a legendary enemy, and he's one tier higher. But if Dogmeat can get him in a chokehold, we might be okay. Where the hell is he anyway? There somewhere. Oh, there he is. Okay. I don't know if we should go in there just yet, buddy. Thank you for presenting your torso. It makes it a lot easier to shoot you. This is okay enough cover, I suppose, for now. Till he gets accurate. Then we'll have to worry about it when he gets accurate. I think I just... Oh, no, that's a bird. Never mind. Oh my god. Dogmeat, are you okay? Why would you do that? Just walk into another landmine. I'm coming, buddy. Hang on. I gotta take care of this guy first. Okay, that's not what I was hoping for. Where did you walk into a mine at? Oh. My god. Alright. Okay, Dogmeat's got him in a hold, so that might make it a little easier to do this. Let's see. Nope. Okay, not as easy as I was hoping for. He doesn't have him in a hold, never mind. I have him dead, though. So that's the important thing. Hang on, buddy. You just like getting yourself in trouble, don't you? Crazy guy. Bolstering leather right arm. Grants increasing energy and damage resistance the lower your health, up to plus 35. That's an interesting prospect, actually. It might be better than the effect that I was gonna have there to begin with. Because the left arm is the mantis one. The left leg, well, this isn't a leg part, this is an arm part. It does make me wonder if that's a percentage or if that's just flat. I think it's flat. I think they don't store it as percentage values in most cases.
Heads up.
So if it's flat plus 35, it's not as good as it could be. But, I mean, I guess it's an option. I'll think about it. Were these super mutants really trying to sleep in these little ass beds? Or was this place like a raider outpost at one point and they just came in and took over? That is a good question. I don't think I have an answer at the moment. This place might be a little high-ish leveled for us to take care of right now, but we managed, so that's probably good. I guess we should count ourselves lucky there aren't also turrets outside, although if there were turrets, they probably would have been shooting at the super mutants for us, so you know, that would have been nice. Oh well. Into the plant we go. Now, are there any mutants inside the plant, or did we not have to worry about that? Is that something that's... Did they not make it inside yet, or did they actually do so? Well, I'm thinking about it. We got to level 13 while we were in the middle of that skirmish, so let's level up, shall we? Now that we're at level 13, we actually have 2 perk points saved up, and because of the way that some of these perks unlock, Gun Nut rank 2 and Armor rank 2 both unlock at level 13. So I saved these up specifically so that I could take both of them once we got to this level. And now, the next time we go back to Sanctuary, we'll be putting some extra points into our weapons to make them nice and upgraded. So that'll be good. Some dirty water. Probably a decent chunk of dirty water in this place that I can just take and use for my own purposes. Yeah, see? Look at all this dirty water. I'll take a mute fruit, why not? Mute fruits, regular mute fruits, not wild ones, actually give you the largest amount... Oh my god, look at all that stuff. Look at all that adhesive. They actually give you a pretty sizable chunk of food per item. Like most other food items, when you stick them in a settlement, only give you 0.5 food per item. Mute fruits give you 1 food per item. I guess it's because they're gigantic mutated... I don't know what they are. Gigantic mutated apples or something. Memo, Weston Wellness Media Event, 1026. As a reminder, members of the local and national media will be touring the facility on Tuesday, 1026, as part of the Weston Wellness Press Initiative. Employees are expected to be polite, courteous, and discreet at all times. All questions, especially those pertaining to the recent cholera outbreak, there was a cholera outbreak, are to be directed to the nearest Weston Public Relations Officer. Cartons of Weston water will be distributed. Encourage the press to taste perfection, trademark. Expect double shifts on Wednesday to make up for lost productivity. Saul. I'll tell you what, that's one Saul I don't want to call. Office supply order, week of 10/17. 1 box, Weston Wellness Stationery, 60 cartons of Weston embossed souvenir pens, 2 boxes of business cards, 50 gallons of Nut Island drinking water, and 1 crate of Weston empty Weston water cartons. Map updated. Okay, map updated to what exactly? Where would I have... Warwick Homestead? All that went to Warwick Homestead? Maybe that's where the guy that was the, you know, the leader of this place or the supervisor of this place was? I don't know. I feel like I probably don't need to sneak around so much while I'm up here. It's really when you go down, that's when things get a little more hectic. Is that extinguisher? No, doesn't have anything I need anymore. Okay, so I won't take the extinguishers that weigh 60 pounds anymore. A pulse grenade, that's interesting, and a military ammo bag. That is one of only 2 items in the entire game that gives you ballistic fiber when you, not desynthesize it, break it down, scrap it. There we go, that's the word I'm looking for, scrap it. So if you can find them, those are really nice. My way of getting ballistic fiber is probably mostly going to be through other means, like purchasing shipments of it from NPCs, or just getting it from military grade duct tape, but you know. Won't that, what was I typing? Won't that, was from a few minutes ago. I think we're going to say, won't that change the grip, never actually do anything. You would think so. Yes, normally changing the grip wouldn't change a rifle into a pistol. However, due to gameplay mechanics, when you change the grip into from a stock to just a regular pistol grip, it changes the weapon's properties from... There's a skeleton freaking out just now. There's a bloatfly down there too. Black bloatfly at that. That's a harder level one. It changes the weapon's entire properties to the point where a completely different perk makes that weapon deal more damage. Normally, if it has a stock on it, the rifleman perk increases its damage. But if you turn it into a pistol, the gunslinger perk increases its damage, because gunslinger affects all pistols, not rifles. RPG game mechanics are a little weird, I guess. Grounds Terminal Novice. Maybe this has the safe control on it? And then I can get some actual items out of this? hope I don't get tries reset when I haven't taken anything. Maybe it's safe. Okay, likeness 2. That's kind of interesting. Does that make it cage?
That's
Yes. Okay. Safe control, spotlight control. I guess if I came up here, I could have turned off the spotlights and snuck in all stealthy-like, but, you know, it's fine. We got more experience from clearing out the super mutants anyway. To be fair, I didn't take any of their ammo, but, well, I got a little of their ammo, but not much. Most of it they probably used trying to kill me anyway. And there's a bunch of stuff in here, so that's good. Also, an entire giddy-up buttercup body piece. I guess it's got screws in it, so I'll take it. Well, that was a good haul. Now, you know what? That was probably what was freaking out, because there's an entire head and spine and rib cage up there, and something was definitely spooky, scary skeleton ragdolling just a few minutes ago. And now your news. I actually don't know if anybody could hear that, but the little news jingle from the TV upstairs was just playing. Oh, this thing still works. I'll be back for you, Dogmeat, or you'll teleport because that's how Bethesda NPCs work. Alright, where's the turrets? I feel like I'm gonna step out of here and they're just gonna start shooting. Either that or the super mutant will start shooting. Is that the turret? Yes, it is. Let's see. Barrel, combat inhibitor, body. Can't hit the body, so I guess I'll hit the barrel. Goodbye. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if I just walk around like in Bethesda games, I usually do like walk around a lot of places while crouching down. But sometimes I feel like if I'm doing that, it's like, God, that's gotta hurt your back eventually, you know? Turpentine. A different extinguisher. Railway spikes. More of those guys. I wonder what those are doing in here. Oh, there's a chem station. I don't think I have the materials, though. Well, I might have the materials to make another Great Mentats. Let's see. No, I'm missing one hub flower. I can make Psycho Jet. Oh, God bless it. You resummoned the spooky, scary skeleton remix back into your brain. Why would you do that? You were 2 years clean. Yeah, my bad. Just, I saw the skeleton, and that was all I could think of. Of course, I don't even think of that meme anymore, like, just the meme itself when I say spooky, scary skeletons. I think of that one stupid meme video that I made for Dark Souls 3, where we killed all those skeletons, and I synced up every hit to the skeletons to the beat of the song. I liked that meme. That was fun. It's a little quiet in here, buddy. It's almost too quiet. Why would I say that? Why would I jinx myself like that? Expert safe. Okay. So it seems you have a friend. Okay. I think, if I remember correctly, turrets have less energy resistance than they do ballistic resistance. So, they also apparently don't have the best accuracy, based on the fact that they hit like maybe 5 of those shots. I can build patio furniture at a settlement workshop now. Thanks. How nice of you. Dogmeat, did you just teleport up through the floor? You know, I shouldn't ask at this point. It just sort of happens. I feel like at a certain point you need to stop asking. Yes, of course he did. It's a Bethesda game and he's a follower. Like, of course that's what's going to happen. Well, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I'll take it. Probably that stuff's worth a decent chunk of money, actually. Also more Braxo cleaner and duct tape. I gotta make sure I'm looking down because some of that stuff might be just hanging around and I'll miss it if I don't. Okay, I already grabbed that stuff. I don't know if I grabbed the relay coil, though. Let's grab one of each. This button isn't functioning. Guess we're not going in that way, huh, buddy? Alright, back this way, then. You know, traders buy this stuff, but can they use it? Are they selling at a loss? I don't actually know, to be honest. I feel like they might scrap it, you know, just turn it into junk themselves. So, can I sort these? Yeah, I can. I can sort by value. Apparently this Giddy Up Buttercup is worth 60 points, or 60 caps, which is a significant amount considering it'll only give me 2 screws. The fiberglass, yeah, maybe. Maybe I'd be willing to sell a cigar box for fiberglass. I will not sell my military-grade duct tape, though. That is way too good of stuff to be selling it for 30 caps, you know. But they buy junk? Yes, they buy junk, yeah. It seems strange, doesn't it? But they do, in fact, buy the junk. Well, that explains why the water's so gross. It's probably been sitting in here stagnating with nothing treating it for a couple hundred years at this point. So I guess we better fix that, huh? Now, I'm no expert at this, but if I keep flipping switches, eventually I'm sure something will happen. I was gonna say, well, that's good, but now there's Mirelurks. That's bad. So I guess we'll have to take care of those guys too. For example, no, turn back towards me. I can't hit him when I hit his shell, or I'll do like no damage. I think now they patrol down there, like they have a set route basically where they walk along the catwalks and then they'll decide to whack you upside the head if they spot you. But you'll spawn a few Mirelurks each time. There's usually 2 or 3 each time you hit a switch, so that's cool. Where's his face? There's his face. I don't think I'm hitting his face from here. Yeah, especially not with my accuracy fluctuating wildly. I was gonna say, wow, if I managed to hit all those, that'd be great. I was gonna say, why did it zoom in? I better get in there with the shotgun because there's too many enemies for Dogmeat to deal with all of them by himself. So, alright, let's wait for him to move his hand out of the way. Come on. There. Really? And you don't reload either. Okay. Good job, buddy. That's one. Wait for him to unstagger. Yeah, shotguns to the face work pretty well against most things, but they work distinctly better against these Mirelurks from my experience. So that's cool. I believe this button just leads to the other button that was over here before. So you can leave this way if you want to. Or you could, you know, shoot the oil and blow up the things that are there. Aluminum canister. I might lead a few Mirelurks up this tunnel and then shoot the oil, honestly, if Dogmeat isn't in the way. Can you go full Berserker melee build in this game? Yes, you can. I haven't been doing it as much because I haven't really been investing in any perks to increase melee damage yet. We have the first rank of big leagues, so you could. The only problem that I have with melee in Fallout 4 is that the enemies are very block happy. And while that wouldn't normally be a problem, every time you get blocked, you stagger for like 3 whole seconds, basically. It's really annoying. So you basically end up having to use melee in VATS in order to get away with it. Which I might end up starting to do. It's just that I don't really build up crits very often in VATS. So my thought process basically is use Righteous Authority until I build a crit, then switch to a melee weapon and just smack them in the face with a critical hit, and then rinse and repeat for a little while. If we're lucky, we'll find a melee weapon with the Relentless effect, which the Relentless effect is the effect that synergizes super well with this build, because Relentless recharges your entire action point bar when you use a critical hit. So you can use this weapon to build up the critical hit, then use the critical hit, and then instantly have all your AP back so you can just start shooting again in VATS. I'm hella down for that, and I hope we find it at some point soon, because that would be very nice. Well, I don't think we'll find it very soon, honestly. Melee weapons are kind of hard to find in VATS, or not in VATS, legendary effects. No, we're not getting in there either. Excuse me, what the hell was that noise? What did you find in here? Oh, that's what you found in here. I don't know, that was not exactly the best in ballistic resistance either, but to be fair, it was a shotgun, so office desk fan, I guess. But, you know. Probably there's another turret outside, and that's what's making that noise. Oh, no, it's a turret behind me. Hello there. I guess I should have used the crit, huh? That's okay. We got him. Hey, Small Princess. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It's going pretty good. We're in the Weston Water Treatment Plant. I'm just shooting turrets because I can't find the Mirelurks that are just wandering around yet. I'm sure they'll be here at some point, but yeah, I'm trying to fix the water plant for... I think I just found the Mirelurk. Yes, I did. Oh, okay. Hello? I'm just gonna press this and move. Oh, okay, that's not what I want to do. Playing red light, green light with this turret. Where is it anyway? Oh, okay. Hold a moment. There, got it. I think there's a Mirelurk next to me now. No, okay. He fell off the cliff, so he's probably down from here. More duct tape. That's nice. The game. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Thank you for sending you that link to Volcano Princess on Steam, by the way. You can tell what time period accuracies you see in the game. Your daughter starts getting suitors at an age no one would try to confess their love to someone in this day and age without going on a list. The game is also super fucking awesome. I thought it would be up your alley. It just didn't seem like my sort of a game, but I said, no, this is probably up Marie's alley, so that's why I sent it to you. So I'm glad to hear it worked out. I wasn't real sure, but I'm glad to hear it worked out, so. Oh, good, Dogmeat. You didn't end up dropping down with him. Don't drop down. Come with me. We'll get to him eventually. Yeah, I got recommended a game called Volcano Princess on my Steam feed at one point, and yeah, said it wasn't really my cup of tea, so I said, I'll send it to somebody else. Might be their cup of tea. There are 3 Mirelurks looking for me at the moment, and I am not exactly in darkness. This is actually closer to darkness than the other one, but it's also closer to the Mirelurks, so I don't know about that. Oh, they're both up there. Okay, so there's this one. How's your head feeling there, buddy? You're looking a little softer than before. That's shift. There we go. I was gonna say, you're gonna have to wait your turn, sir. I don't have enough ammo for the both of you, and apparently I just stuck myself in a corner. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get out of this corner, won't I? There. I don't even know why I'm picking up this Mirelurk meat anymore. It's not like I need any more of it, considering. Okay, so he went down. And a turret that was looking for me is no longer looking for me, so that's cool, I guess. So how far down did you go here? Ah, there you are. He's looking for me, I'm looking for him. I've got a shotgun blast with your name on it. Where's the head? There it is. How about no? You wish-listed it and your boyfriend bought it the same day for you, even though you were gonna wait. That's some nice timing then. Definitely makes it easier to play it right away. So. Yeah, this double-barrel shotgun works real well against the Mirelurks. I guess it's buckshot, so I suppose that makes sense, but since I'm taking some meat, I might as well take some of these eggs too, so I can make more cakes. Alright, so I think that's almost all the liquid drained. Now we just need to make sure we have the water-breathing necklace from Sonic Adventure 2, and we'll be okay. And I can probably get a sneak attack in on this turret before it starts shooting me. There we go. I've probably alerted everything within a 5-mile radius by doing that, but you know. Where the hell did Dogmeat go anyway? Oh, he's getting into trouble down there with some other friends. Cool. I'll take care of the regular ordnance. Dogmeat can take care of whatever is down here trying to kill him. Oh, or he could just be running up the stairs. That's fine, too. You didn't know the air necklace existed until Cannon's Core. Yeah, It's kind of hard if you don't have it. It's pretty difficult if you don't have it. Dogmeat, what are you doing? Are you being a silly boy down there? Good, keep doing that. Are you being silly? Are you trying to wander around? He did jump a railing, yes he did. Okay, these Mirelurks are not currently hostile, so if we walk real slow, we might be able to get by them without them noticing me. Is this Tony Hawk now? Yeah, I mean, considering what he just did, wouldn't be shocked. I'm going to have to go past them, though, in order to get to that railing, so I don't think I have the stealth to make sure I'm hidden the whole time. I'm going to get this shotgun out just in case. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Alright, well. Present your face to me, and we will continue from here. Okay, good. Way to hit those shots, Charlotte. Oh, there's a legendary one. Wow, we're getting legendaries all over the place now. That's cool. Alright, let's see if we can get him to mutate first before I... You know, I should probably be using VATS, actually. Cripple the legs? Yeah, so I can get the, whatchamacallit. Hang on, buddy. I'm coming.
Over here.
Yeah. Took a little bit of a hit there, huh? Me too. This legendary Mirelurk is not exactly the most friendly person in the world. Alright, I have a full crit, so let's find the head. Ooh, that was nice. Look at the damage there. Hopefully he doesn't mutate. I think he already did, though. Alright. Well, that could have been really sketchy, but we got him. Good job. Duelist painted metal right arm. 10% chance to disarm melee attacker on hit. So this is actually the effect that's on the Mantis arm piece that I wanted to get from Lucas Miller. Apparently it's a lot more than 10%, but I don't really... I don't think I'm going to use the metal one, to be honest. I don't know if they stack. That's a good question. I'm not going to take any more Mirelurk. Maybe we don't need it. Oh, did it mutate after I said I wanted to mutate him? Okay, yeah, I just wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. Guess I'll take another egg. How much meat do I have anyway? Just Mirelurk egg, Mirelurk. I have 16 meat and 5 eggs, so I think I can afford to drop a little bit of the meat. Because we're definitely not gonna, like, it's really gonna be based on how much razor grain we find, judging by how many more cakes I'll be able to make, so I think we can afford to get rid of a little bit of that, just store it in his dead body. I'll take the 5 and 5 though, that's enough. Alright, so we had turrets, but they're dead now. How many more Mirelurks will spawn? I knew they were going to do that as soon as I said that. Okay, there's 2 more coming up. Get ready, buddy, because we got to go again. I'll just take shots on body for now, because it'll build the crit up. And then... do I have enough to do this? No, but I can take the hit in VATS to reduce the damage of it, at least. Nice work, buddy. But it looks like there's a couple more. They want my bacon! That's a regular Mirelurk. Okay. Regular Mirelurks are a little bit more tricky than the soft shell variant, which is why I backed up immediately as soon as I saw what it was. You get away from my dog. It's me you want, so fight me instead! Especially since I'm a better tank, since I tend to dodge a little more than the dog does. Can I, like, get up in his face and just... or he could move out of the way. Hang on. Let me hit the legs that I can hit so I can build a crit here. Yeah, okay. Well, that'll work. How are these turrets operational? Weren't they totally submerged for hundreds of years? Yeah, apparently they were waterproofed beforehand. That's a hell of a lot of foresight, I'll tell you what. Aluminum can, no thanks. I think I need to go around to get to that. More duct tape, that's always nice. It's always nice when you find some adhesive somewhere. How the hell do I get over here? Or do I just go down here? No. There's another way in over here, I guess. I think I have to submerge myself to get in there if I remember correctly, actually. I think I have to go down here. So we're going for a little swim, buddy. How's the water now? Did it get treated enough? No, not really. Still tastes like a pencil. Are you okay? Are you having fun going for a swim? I should have popped a Rad-X before doing this. It's a good thing I can take pills while in the water. Would not recommend doing that. Probably not good for you. 200 years should have destroyed any waterproofing, but okay, yeah. No, I mean, it's, you know, it probably would have been completely gone, yes, but apparently not in this case. Restart the main pump. Apparently now I'm a water treatment specialist because I've, you know, taken care of all of this stuff. That's cool. Well, let's see if we can get Greygarden some clean water, shall we? I'm glad that still works despite the fact that it's sparking like crazy. Return to Supervisor White. Can do. Nice work, buddy. Lots of tough stuff in here, but we got them all, so I'll take it. I still would not recommend drinking the water that's just kind of drifting around in here, though. It's probably still pretty stagnant. So. No more ammo there. I guess that chest gave me quite a bit of it, though, so that's fine. Alright, up we go. Come on. Good boy.
Going up.
I think I'm going to have to quick save when we get out of here, though, because we're not going to hit a loading screen, so I won't get an autosave. This is one of those dungeons where they disguise the loading screen to get into and out of the dungeon as an elevator ride. The elevator still works, yes. I mean, if the turrets still work, then, you know, I guess the elevators would also still work. And it's almost evening, so we almost spent the whole day doing that. That's cool. I guess it gave us something to do. Dog found something. Did you find the body of one of the individuals that we, what, is it inside of the water? Or are you a little stuck? Are you a little stuck, buddy? Here, I'll move you a little bit so you can... You keep looking in this water. Like it's in this water. I mean, if you want to go in, be my guest. I don't know if I should go in, though. Where did he go? Thought he went over here. Okay, well. If it's important, put it in your inventory. We'll take it with us. Anyway, back to Greygarden. Whenever Dogmeat decides to, he'll just like teleport to me if I get far enough away, so it's fine. Like that? No, that was just the thing there. Okay, not far enough away. That was the suicider that we managed to kill before he killed me that time. Although I think he blew himself up on Dogmeat, who ran up ahead of me instead of, you know, him hitting me this time. So that's cool, I suppose. Anytime now, he'll teleport to me. Anytime now. There he is. You just have to leave the cell, basically, where he's sitting around, and then he'll pop back. Pinball directly to you, you know. Like this is one of Tails' stages in Sonic Adventure. Well, let's go let the supervisors know that we've taken care of the dirty water, and now it's clean water, so they can rest a little easier.
Darling, so good to see you. You fixed our water problem, didn't you?
I sure did.
That's right.
That's marvelous, darling. Simply marvelous. Here, you can have some of our produce. I'll ask Greenie to give you a discount, too, if there's anything else you need.
Awesome.
Now I simply must get back to work. Ta-ta!
Thanks a bunch. So that takes care of that quest, Troubled Waters. That'll get us some experience, but also it gains us access to the settlement workshop here. So this is another settlement that we can use if we want to now. I forget how this settlement works exactly, but
in our most desperate hour, and for that I salute you, madam.
not a problem. But it doesn't really need a whole lot of supplies because all the robots are not only, well, robots, but they're also self-sufficient. So that's cool. I think they might need some defenses, though, if I remember correctly, because there's a lot of food and water at this place, and if you don't give them adequate defenses, they will most definitely get attacked. So we might have to go and get them some stuff to, you know, fix that little problem for them. Got a few things in here already, though. They produce quite a bit of food and quite a bit of water now that the plant is properly taken care of, so that's pretty nice. I'm actually going to take all of their stuff that they've got here. And then let's see how much defense I need to give them. They have 29 food and 3 water, so I'm going to need like 4 turrets, I think, in order to properly kit this place out with defenses. And I actually have the materials for, well, looks like 4 turrets, so that's cool. No, I have enough for 4 of the small turrets. I have enough for 2 of these turrets. I'm going to need a little more oil, looks like. So that's fine. We can. I don't want to position these so that they are interfered with by the hill. I want to give them the high ground if I can. So maybe like there. And maybe like give them a sight line, you know. That's not really a sight line because there's a tree in the way. Put a couple at this end, I think. Or maybe I could put them up here even. Yeah, we can even put them up here if I position them correctly. I'm just gonna have to turn it a little bit so that it still gets a... Okay, but you're floating if I do that. I don't want to float you. Can I stick you on this box? I think I can also turn you though if I... Yeah, do that. So that's cool. So position these outside. We have some defense now. We don't have enough. We need a little more oil in order to have the proper defenses for them, but I've got that taken care of.
You helped us in our most desperate hour, and for that I salute you, madam.
I just have to go to back to Sanctuary in order to get some of that stuff, so the oil.
Green.
Ready to begin your fabulous shopping spree?
Sure.
All right.
Love how you accepted a job offer 2.5 months ago and you're still being flooded with positions and openings. Yeah, well, you spent almost half a year looking. No one seemed interested. Yeah, they always want what they can't have, you know. That's how it usually goes. Green shirt and combat boots. This actually is a pretty decent set of clothing. It gives you 1 charisma and 1 endurance, which is better than the piece that I've got on currently. I just don't like the look of it as much. But it also has the ability to be upgraded later. So that's nice. We won't be worried about that ourselves, but it's nice. Do I want the cigar box? I guess I'll take it, and I'll just give him 70 worth of stuff. 70 points worth of stuff. I'm not going to use this, so I guess I'll give him that. And then... I don't know what else. I've got so much stuff. I'm going to have to end up putting a whole bunch of it away when I go back to Sanctuary. So, got anything else I might want? Flamer fuel. Not going to use that though. Not a heavy weapons build, so not going to be using the flamer. But there you go. Do I want to go back to Sanctuary and grab stuff for this place, or do I want to... No, actually, before I go back to Sanctuary, since I've still got some carry weight, I actually want to go down here and follow the railroad tracks. Because the railroad tracks here lead to, as it turns out, another settlement that we can help. So then I can basically take care of whatever their problem is. I can go back to Sanctuary, grab a whole bunch of junk that I can use to build turrets for them, and then just build turrets for Greygarden and turrets for this settlement down here once their stuff is done. So, yeah. Time, actually. 9:11? Okay, so I can get their stuff, and then I can figure it out from there. I do actually want to go back to Cambridge Police Station because I thought about it a little bit. I mentioned last time that I kind of find some of the Brotherhood's tendencies to be a little bit problematic, but I thought about it, and here's what I ended up figuring out. I said, okay, so let me think about it this way. I am a single person in a wasteland full of people that are all and animals that are all trying to murder me in multiple different ways. So you know what would be even worse than disagreeing with my own moral principles and working with the Brotherhood? Is accidentally pissing them off. So maybe if I keep an eye on them by working with them, I can avoid accidentally pissing them off. So that's my thought process. I don't know if it's going to work out, but that's my thought process. We'll see. Hey there.
We could really use your help.
Do you just ask any passing stranger about this? What do you need?
What do you need? We got a nest of some nasty bugs just around the corner. And
Oh,
if they don't
good.
get cleaned out soon, we're gonna have a real problem.
What
What's
kind of
really too
bugs
bad
are we
is it's
talking
a nice
about?
spot for a new settlement. And in fact, I know some folks that'd love to set up there if it was safe. If you can make sure the old workshop there is still in one piece, anyone who decides to move in later will be able to rebuild.
You want me to do that for this place or a different place?
Where is this place?
You have a pretty good idea. I hope you can find them and wipe them out.
Okay, sure. Map updated. Clearing the way for Oberlin Station. Secure the workshop at... I have to go to Taffington Boathouse? You guys know where that is, right? That's like... Okay. Well, it explains why they were mentioning bugs, because look at where that is. That place is infested with bugs, but I guess it's not too far from Lexington, so I guess we don't have too much to worry about. Well, it's not exactly going to get me what I was hoping for here, but in order to gain access to this settlement, we have to go to clear that place out. I think that will even get us another settlement, because I think Taffington Boathouse itself is a separate settlement, so... They kind of feed you settlements in this game, don't they? Alright, buddy, we could go back to Cambridge Police Station and hook up with the Brotherhood so we can chat with them, or we could get distracted again. Because this is Beantown Brewery, which is the place where Red Tourette's sister was. I don't know if it's really worth even going into this place, to be honest. But, you know, we could camp out here and hope the raiders don't murder us. Maybe if I camp around a corner, they won't get any bright ideas. I don't think the raiders ever leave that place, but, you know, just in case. That is a whole-ass lake. There's the Pulowski shelters. 10:07, time on the thing, 6:22. Yeah, we'll go in, why not? Oh, no, we won't, because it's locked up tight. Okay, never mind, we'll not go in. It's probably unlocked from the front, but why would I want to go into the front entrance? I imagine that's heavily fortified, so... Yeah, no. Sorry, Red, your sister's not getting a happy ending today. Not that she did to begin with, considering the fact that two of the notes, the three notes that you got, were basically them writing in very not convincing handwriting that was not hers, that she needed your help. So I guess we'll just rest out at Greygarden again until it's daytime. And then once we've done that, we'll, you know, we'll go back to, whatchamacallit. We'll go back to Cambridge so we can go to the police station again. Alright, so plop down the tent, and off we'll go. I've got some stuff that I might be able to, well, Mirelurk meat. I don't know if I can cook that necessarily. I guess I have Radstag meat that I could cook, so I'll set up a fire while I'm thinking about it this time as well. But I'm going to wait until morning before I set it up, so that way it's not a huge deal. That way it's not in the way. Because they only burn these fire kits for 4 hours, so I don't want to set it up and
Heads
have
up.
it burn out before morning and have to
check that out.
relight it again, you know. So, I was gonna say, are you stuck in my tent again? Attaboy. Nice work, good boy. Alright, so let's have a sleep. Get to bed a little earlier tonight. We'll get a nice early start to get back to Cambridge and almost get my legs blown off by the landmines that are still around that town that I haven't fully flushed out yet. Vault Boy says stretch break, so stretch break. Okay. I should have taken a water break too. I can do it in a second. Pick that up, stick my cook pot down. There we go. Place cooking pot. Cook, even. I think it's thundering in the distance, so that's probably not good. Yeah, I suppose dying wouldn't be so good either if we, you know, if we got killed. But I suppose if we accidentally pissed the Brotherhood off, that would cause death, wouldn't it? So, I can make a noodle cup. I have some razor grain from, probably from these guys, actually. Cooked soft shell meat. Might as well make that. I can make more cakes. I have enough, just enough oil to make more cakes. One more cake. By the way, the reason why you want to make these is because of the effect that it gives you. It allows you to breathe underwater temporarily until it wears off, but I forget how long it is. I think it takes a little while to wear off, so it's like 30 or 45 seconds worth of immunity from dying to lack of oxygen. So that's kind of nice. I have stuff for vegetable starch. Oh, corn, mute fruit, potato, and purified water, so I can make it. It's 5 adhesive, so I guess that's not too bad. I'll make a little bit of it. Alright, well that takes care of that. Let's pick up cook pot and extinguish the fire. Probably pretty easy considering it's kind of raining a little bit. Have some breakfast, and then we will move right along. I just made grilled rad stag, so I guess I'll have some of that. Have some more of those silk beans that I dragged along with me, because why not? I'll take a rad away. Not really worth it at this point because I didn't really have a whole lot of rads, but I had some, so I might as well. Have some of this, and there we go. Now we're good. Ready for another adventure today, buddy? I will never get tired of watching him.
Moving out.
His face just light up when you pet him. Never gonna get tired of it. It is always going to put a smile on my face no matter what. Alright, so wrong tab. Here's what I want. There we go. So we want to go back to Cambridge Police Station, and I guess since we're doing that, let's check Semper Invicta. Which, if I remember right, it means always victory or something like that. I forget exactly. But we're going to head back there, and we're going to see what we can do for the Brotherhood so that the Brotherhood doesn't do us in later because I'm too stubborn, because my morals are in the way, getting in the way. Kind of gross out here, though, isn't it, buddy? I mean, it could be worse, obviously. You guys just gonna chill there? I don't know if anybody else saw that. There's just crows sitting on the road. It could be worse. It could be a radiation storm, in which case I'd be searching for shelter as quickly as humanly possible, because you will get heavily irradiated from a rad storm. So, you know, not really my cup of tea. Okay, I think the police station is, yeah, right here. Don't know what just happened with my mouth there. It's like I lost all the oxygen in my body. I was like, police station is right here. Thanks for opening the gate for me again, buddy. So let's go see what else they've got going on. And then we will, I might go to Boston Public Library, to be honest, but I might not at the same time, depending on where these guys send us.
Sir, mission accomplished. We have the transmitter.
Finally, some good news for a change. Nice work, sir.
I didn't do it alone. Had some help from our new friend. I've offered her a place on our team, but I'm not sure she's willing to accept.
I love how you just knew I was going to be here.
She's welcome to take shelter here, as long as she doesn't get in our way.
Sounds like a plan.
There's still a place for you in the Brotherhood.
Have the guts to join up?
If you want it.
I thought about it. You said your expectations were, say them again.
What would be expected of me if I joined?
You'd be under my command, and I'd expect you to follow orders. No more mercenary work. This is the real thing. You'd have access to advanced military weapons, as well as your own personal suit of power armor. Most importantly, you'd have the Brotherhood at your back, ready to spill its own blood to keep you alive. So, what do you say?
Well, I gave it some thought, and I think I'm gonna join.
I'd be honored to join.
Then that settles it. Aelin, Reese, it's time to welcome our newest recruit to the recon team.
By giving her side
She
quests
shows
to
a
do.
lot of promise, and with the proper guidance, I think she has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Well, that's nice of you to say.
Thanks. I promise not to let you down.
I
You don't
hope.
have to prove anything else to me. Getting that transmitter was enough.
So you decided to stay, huh? I expected you to take your payment and run.
Yeah, well, about that.
Let's just hug this out and get it over with, huh? What do you say?
You can play it however you want, tough girl. It's gonna take a lot more than completing one mission to impress me.
I can tell,
That's enough.
judging by your
Get
tone of
enough,
voice.
You're going to have to learn to work together. And you need to understand what it means to be a part of the Brotherhood.
Okay.
We're not soldiers of fortune. We're an army, and we've dedicated our lives to uphold a strict code of ethics. If you intend to stay within our ranks, you need to obey our tenets without question.
Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem, but...
You gonna teach me this code of ethics?
If you were paying attention in ArcJet, you should have learned some of it already.
Well, it's been a
The
couple of
rest
days,
will become
so...
apparent as
Oh,
you
you're not
spend
gonna
time
remind
with
me.
your fellow soldiers.
All right.
Now, since I know you're eager to get started, I'll get right to the point. I only ask for two things from anyone under my command: honesty and respect.
Okay,
You
fair
fall
enough.
in line, you stay in line. I give you an order, and you follow it. It's as simple as that. Now, before I release you to Halen and Reese for your assignments, there's one last order of business.
Okay.
From this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Initiate. This is only a training rank. I'm not permitted to grant ranks any higher than that.
Oh, all right. Well, fair enough, I guess.
Fair enough.
Outstanding, soldier.
Ad Victoriam, Initiate.
She doesn't even know what that means, Halen.
I mean, I
Victorium means to victory.
studied a little
In
Latin.
our eyes,
I was a
defeat is
lawyer before the
unacceptable
bombs dropped,
because
so...
we're fighting for the future of mankind.
Uh-huh.
Our rallying cry is more powerful than any weapon you could ever carry. Remember that.
Why does it
Now,
encourage all of you
I
to
need
stand
to
back up when
report
you're
to Halen or
down
Reese
and
for your
dying?
next assignment. Dismissed, soldier.
Anyway, getting that there basically unlocks some side questy stuff that you can do with Halen and Reese, so we'll see where they want us to go.
All right, out with it.
Starting with Reese,
your game?
I guess, since he walked towards me.
Game? What do you mean?
I can usually size people up at a glance, but you're different. And it's bugging the heck out of me.
That's because I'm a very
Not
good
the
liar,
military
Reese.
type. You're a loner.
Well,
so I can't figure out why you're
I
sticking
used to be
around.
the military
You got
type
what you
because I
wanted,
was
so why don't you hit
stuck
the
to the
road?
side of a military type. Well, I guess we can come clean with him.
The Brotherhood might be the best chance I'll ever have to find my son.
Well, as far as reasons go, that's a pretty good one.
He said honesty, so there you go.
I'm gonna cut you some slack because Dance trusts you. But if you step out of line and put any of my brothers or sisters in danger, I'll make sure you regret it.
I'll
So,
attempt to remember
if you're
that while we're all
assigned
being
hero,
shot at. Sure.
Ready.
Then listen up. Like it or not, one of our most important duties is to keep the Commonwealth clear of the trash. I'm
And
talking
what's
about
the...
mutants, ghouls, synths.
Oh, so not the actual
Abominations
trash,
damn
the,
eggheads cause when they start
you know, the
playing
people
with
that are
their
living
toys.
in the trash.
This op is simple. I'm gonna send you to a target, and you're gonna terminate everything that calls it home. All the details
Okay.
you need are right here. Don't come back until the job's done.
Sure. Fair enough. Cleansing the Commonwealth. Clear out College Square again. Okay. Well, that'll be easy. It's right near us, so that should be some simple experience points. Halen.
Scribe Halen,
Reese still giving you the cold shoulder?
No, you gave me an assignment, actually, so...
I can handle it.
If you could, you'd be the first. Reese bleeds Brotherhood. It's all he cares about. It's his family. It's his whole life.
I can
If
tell.
anything else comes into the picture and gets in the way, he shoves it aside.
So, what you're trying to tell me is to stay away from him?
I'll just stay out of his way for now.
That would be best. Give him time. He'll come around.
I doubt
So,
that, but I'm glad you're
are you ready to
optimistic.
take on your first assignment?
Sure, what you got for me?
Ready.
Great. Let me explain what I need you to do. One of the Brotherhood's most important duties is the recovery and preservation of technology that was lost when the bombs fell. I have a list of locations that contain artifacts we need you to recover. in order to have them cataloged and studied by our scribes.
Okay.
Here, this should cover all the information you'll need to find your first artifact. Good luck, and be careful.
Can do. Quartermastery. Cover the flux sensor at Monsignor Plaza. Okay, and now everybody's teleporting around.
That location isn't gonna clear itself.
Yeah. Get off my back. Okay, so we have to clear out College Square. Again, I imagine the ghouls moved back in or something. Only one way to find out, but we're going to see in a moment once I get out here. And then we have to go to a place called Monsignor Plaza, where there's some kind of flux capacitor so we can reach 88 miles per hour. And between those two quests, we might actually level up. Honestly, we'll see. But I think we're like 13 and a half, so... Someone decided to start mowing the lawn outside. That's cool. Told you, it's a nice day, so everybody and their grandma decided they wanted to go outside and do stuff. Okay, so we got Quartermastery and Cleansing the Commonwealth. So let's check our map. See where we're going. All right, College Square is nice and close. Monsignor Plaza is on the other side of Cambridge, which is actually pretty close to Bunker Hill. It might not be a bad idea to go that way anyway, even though I'm not really sure it's a good idea to go and get in trouble with all the raiders and super mutants and I'm sure a bunch of other shit that is over there. That being said, if we go this way, we might be able to get to Bunker Hill, which it would be good to mark on the map anyway because I'm eventually going to want to go there to begin with. So... I'm trying to think if I want to go there now, though, because there will be another point in time where I'm going to be able to... Like, I'll have some extra time, so it'll be good for me to just go back that way. I'll just clear out College Square for now. It's close. I was kind of hoping for something close anyway, so I'll just go up here and clear this out while we're thinking about it, you know. This place is a little bit worse when you look at all the dead bodies that are just hanging around here that the raiders just left behind. Did I check in any of these places yet? I don't think I did, so just in case. Well, there's a little pre-war money. That's always useful. There's also some Abraxo cleaner. That's also always useful. Anything in here, buddy? Bottle caps and bobby pins. And a beaker. Nothing in there, though. Seeking out laundromats is usually a good idea. You'll find, like I said, a Abraxo cleaner, which is high in fiberglass. Well, not really high in it, but it gives you some, which is, you know, a little useful, a little helpful. Nothing else here, though. Might as well check this place out, though, because we didn't look in here when we were clearing out the ghouls and the raiders and everything else that were here originally, so... Some mentats. Old food. A dead raider. Toll schedule. Sure, why not? And some stuff in here. I guess I'll take it. You can take a short nap, have fun with the remainder of your time in the post-apocalypse. Sounds like a plan there, Marie. Go ahead and take a nap. We will see ya in a little while. Probably be at it for about another hour, I think. Okay, not an hour. It's been 15 minutes since I last checked. More like 45 more minutes. There you go. New tolls. 10 caps for farmers and children, 30 caps for mercs, 50 caps for traders, 80 caps for wagons, 200 caps for minutemen. Don't tangle with gunners or the freaks in power armor. Let them through, but keep an eye on them. Shoot synths on sight. Not a big fan, huh? I mean, fair enough. The synths tried to kill us pretty good. And again, something else tried to kill these guys pretty good, considering they're all dead now, so... You know. Did I get everything out of this bag? I don't think I did. Nope. Didn't unlock this either, so I might as well do this while I'm thinking about it, because then I can go to... into College Square Station and just take care of the ghouls that are in there.
Yes.
Okay, well that's not a whole lot of useful stuff. I wonder if everything respawned in there because it respawns after only a couple of days. Well, whatever. We'll take care of it, whatever it is. Sure, it's the same thing that it was before, but, you know, we'll take care of it anyway. should take a drink while I'm thinking about it, but, well, not anymore. What do you think, buddy? You think these guys will be dead again? Or are they just gonna respawn? Well, the stuff in the trash cans respawn, so that means that the enemies probably did too. A Protectron, and that's it. Okay. Ah, okay. There we go. Naked Feral Ghoul. Actually, since I've got the crit, might as well. What else you got? Nice work, buddy. Now, to build my crit up. Hey, I got 2 shots out of that, even though he killed them before I could, VATS him. That's cool. Hang in there, buddy. I'm on my way. Okay. I hear more of them. Unless that was just this guy's death knell. Probably what it was, actually. There is quite a lot of pre-war money to be had, isn't there? I mean, I'm glad. It's helpful, obviously. I'll take the subway tokens, even though I already have one. Actually, no, I'm going to stick those inside here. Because we won't need the subway tokens. I just keep 1 because it's lucky. And I will take this and that. Thank you. Let's see which would be the fastest way. I'm going to take this fan too. It's got some stuff in it, some screws. You never know, it might come in handy. Alright, so another ghoul. And then... I missed that one. It's okay though. Okay, don't know why I decided to whip this out. I just said, you know what? Might as well. Why not? Well, we're still in danger, though. Come around that corner. There. Still in danger because something else heard me. Oh, wow, another quantum respawned in here. That's cool. I don't know if I want to go through this whole place, to be honest, again. I might just take care of the enemies and then dip. Like the one that they say. Because you only, when you do these quests, you only need to kill the enemy that they mark specifically. So you don't have to clear the whole place out if you don't want to. But we'll see. I am glad that some of this duct tape respawned though, because some of this extra duct tape is kind of nice to have, actually. Feral Ghoul Stalker. Okay. Start with this. And swap the weapon. And get rid of him. Very good, very good. Well, let's see if there's anything else in here worth grabbing. Extra adhesive, mostly, is what I'm looking for, but, you know, we'll see what we can find. Let's see. Alarm clock doesn't have any screws in it. Oil can has some oil in it, though, so that's nice. More Abraxo cleaner. We'll get enough stuff just by doing all of this. I already have the key, so... I think we're just going to dip, honestly, because I feel like that's all we really need to do. Like, we could go to the other side, I suppose, but I don't know if I really want to. We already cleared this place out before for... whatchamacallit, so 10 Pines Bluff. So since we already took care of it for them, it just seems silly to come back and, you know, search the whole place top to bottom. I don't know what that beeping was, but I want to get the hell out of there before it decides to blow up on me. So... Alright, so now let me think about this. How do we want to do this from here? We can go turn this in. And then we can go work on the thing for Scribe Halen. Or we could go try to make a beeline to Taffington Boathouse to clear that out for Oberlin Station. Where are we at in terms of level here? 13 and like 3/4 or 4/5 actually is probably a little closer to the amount. So, since we're that close, I might just go turn this in, honestly, because if I turn this in, we might get enough experience to just flat out level up from this, and then we can just ignore any other stuff that I wanted to do, and we can go start thinking about doing Cambridge Polymer Labs. So then I'll probably go back to Sanctuary if that's the case. I need to stop taking explosives. They're worth a decent chunk of money, but they're also heavier than what I probably would want. I mean, they add up after a while. They're not heavy alone, but they add up after a little while, so. That I might go do, though, thinking about it. Like, we'll turn this in with Reese, and we'll see what level, if we get a level.
Finished or what?
Actually, yes.
Affirmative.
Impressive. Keep proving your worth. I may start to trust you.
Maybe.
Here, now report to Paladin Dance. He said he had a mission for you. When you're ready for another op, you know where to find me.
Okay. Thank you for not just giving me another op. So, alright, now, it said report to Dance. Does that mean, let's see. We still got the flux sensor to go get, so I should probably go do that before we start thinking about the other stuff. We've got these two left. I think this gets you another quest if you do that, but I'm going to wait to do that, I think, until we actually bother with... well, maybe not. Maybe I should go do these while I'm thinking about it, and then I can report to Dance once I'm done with them. So, let's go do them, I think, just to get them out of the way, you know. We'll get another quest to do from Dance once we do this, and we'll probably put that one on hold for a little while, because it takes you all over the map, if I remember right. So we'll have some time to actually go bother with it at a certain point, but not yet. So here's the thing, is that I kind of want to go to Cambridge Polymer Labs, but I feel like if I do that, it'll be like the last thing we do in this episode, and I want to do that in the Boston Public Library in the same episode, because if we do both of them in the same episode, I already know what episode title I can give for that one. That's the reason why I want to do them both in one episode, because I'm like, no, I know what title I would want to use, and I don't want to split them up, because then I can't use that title, I don't think. Well, I could, but it won't make as much sense, I guess. So, anyway, since I don't have the ability, like we need to, I'll look in intelligence so I can show you. We need the science perk in order to upgrade our laser rifle into, well, we can make it into a laser pistol at the moment if I just use some of my stuff, but we can make it better if I get to rank 1. But in order to get that, I'm going to need 1 more point in intelligence. I'm not going to take the level to level up intelligence, though, because we're going to get access to something that levels up our intelligence very shortly. So because of that, I'm just going to take another point in sneak. I think we'll start leveling Gunslinger next level, because that will give us extra damage on our pistols, and it'll give me even more reason to actually bother with, you know, making the Righteous Authority into a pistol. But, yeah, then we'll go from there. Now, the real question. Do we go down the street to Cambridge Polymer Labs? I guess I could go... I could go to the wreck of the USS Riptide if I wanted to at the moment, and then I could, like, kind of come back up this way. Go along the riverfront to get to Monsignor Plaza. And then just see if I can recover the flux sensor while we're in there. And then we can come back. Then there's just Taffington Boathouse to do. Whatever Dance tells us to do. And then we've got to go to the public library. We've got to go to Cambridge Polymer Labs, and then we'll make our last stop. So I think we'll go to the USS Riptide before we get too elaborate here. Got quite a few 10mm rounds saved up now. I'm going to have to start using these a little bit more. Righteous Authority's just too strong. It's making me use up all my fusion cells. I'm going to have to start splitting the difference between the two a little bit better. Well, we can use the pistol for a little while here. It's still pretty good. Alright, we already passed this bus station to go to the CIT ruins before. So let's just go past again. See if there's anything in this cigarette thing. Other than cigarettes, which there's not. What? No Pulowski. Nuclear protection on a budget. No, but it did give me some economy wonder glue, so I will take that to the bank. How much adhesive have we gotten our hands on? That's not what I wanted to do. Back. There we go. 19 adhesive today. That's not too bad, all things considered. We've got 4 ballistic fiber. 8 fiberglass, that's not really that great. Some oil and some screws. Although I used some oil up in the process of making some more adhesive. So, and to be fair, like 15 of that 19 adhesive was from that vegetable starch. So, you know, that works out. All right, now, how are our friends the Raiders at the wreck of the USS Riptide doing? This is way out at range for me, but... Okay, got that one. Now, where are your friends? Oh, there's your friend right over there. Stop moving, you Raider scum. Still moved. That's what you think, buddy. I don't know if I want to go up this way, though, because it'll kind of get me stuck in like a choke point, which is the idea. Of course, they made it so that you'd get stuck at a choke point.
Show your face.
Go up here.
Come on, I dare ya. No sign of him now.
I can't VATS them from here, unfortunately. I can start sneaking up slowly. Excuse me, buddy. Try to find them. Ah.
What the?
There you are, you little bitch.
Why does everybody keep calling me that? That's not very nice. Hiding out or just sneaking up this way? No, hiding out. Okay. Oh my god. Nice throw. You gonna hit anything there? Or... You made a hell of a throw with that Molotov, but not so much for the rest. Anybody else here? I thought there was a guy in power armor here. Did he sink into the... Ugh. The hell happened to the beluga whales? Good lord. I was gonna say, did he sink into the briny blue? No, there he is, right there. I took the explosive again. God damn it. Okay, so now take care of these guys first. Is that a bladed tire iron in your hand? Yes, it is. That's a powerful weapon. Let's see. So no crit stored. So since I don't have a crit store, oh, okay, hang on. So I don't have a crit stored. Let's just start by shooting him in the arm there. How much range do I have on this thing anyway? Find something when we're done, Dogmeat. We have raiders to kill. One in power armor. You too. I don't want to just run up on him, though. That doesn't seem like such a good idea. But I don't think this is really doing a whole lot of damage, so I guess we'll... Let's go to the thing that we know will work. That's Dogmeat. Shoot him in the leg. There. Yeah, I get that, man. Believe me. I understand that.
Hey.
Okay. Here's an idea. This is a bad idea, but here's an idea. Dogmeat, get out of my way. I do, though. Oh, I don't have the crit. Okay. Okay, so since that did not work out, let's try something else. Oh, okay. Dogmeat, did he try to throw an explosive at you and like blow himself up? So that's what it looks like. What happened? Unless he just blew himself up on some other random thing. Raider 2 power armor. They're upgrading now, it looks like. So that's fun. Well, at least we cleared the place out, so that's good. Make it a little easier walking through here next time, you know?
Sweet.
Alright. So now we just need to see what his friends have got hanging out. Oh, I'll take those. I've already got some explosives in my inventory anyway, so I'll just sell them all once I get to that point. Excuse me. Buff out and gumdrops. What a combination. Do not feed that to your children. They will not benefit from it. Oh, an SMG. Probably got 45 rounds in it, actually, so I'll take it. And then transfer it directly out of my inventory and into yours. Because I don't feel like carrying... Well, it's worth 109, so maybe I will carry it around. Get a decent multiplier for our amounts of stuff off of it. Bladed tire iron, huh? 59 points of damage out of it. That's not bad.
Yes.
Hey, another Wasteland Survival Guide. Farming the Wastes. Heal 50% more from fruits or vegetables. Cool. That'll come in handy. Maybe. I mean, it'll come in more handy when I eat in the morning, but by that point it won't really have much of an effect, because I will have just rested. Ooh, almost missed this. Another military ammo bag. Nice. More ballistic fiber. We're going to need a lot of it. We're going to need like 50 ballistic fibers, so... Oh, they drank all the whiskey already. God damn it, guys. I need that. Those are beer bottles. Okay, so this place should be cleared out now. It is not. Interesting. Does that mean there are other enemies that I just didn't notice? Are they in here? I don't think so. There's the whiskey. One that they didn't manage to find. It's also possible, though, that some of the enemies that were here might have dropped into the lake, and enemies that drop into water in this game have a hard time getting out of it, so they swim all over the place to try to get out of it, but they never really, like, quite make it. So, if it isn't cleared, that's fine. It's fine by me. Alright, so, since I said we could go along the sideway this way, along the lake front to get to Monsignor Plaza, I guess that's where we'll go next. Since I have about a half an hour, might as well. And then once we go there, I can turn that in with Halen, and then we can focus more specifically on Cambridge Polymer Labs over there and the Boston Public Library next time, and then maybe we'll finally be able to get to Diamond City. A lot of radioactive waste, considering it's the... hang on, I'm still bleeding a little bit. Considering it's the CIT ruins, I would think they wouldn't want to keep that on site at a college plaza or something. What's that all about, guys? Also, is there anything in these blown out buildings? Nothing that I can see. So I guess I will not see. I will just move. Real question is it better to walk along the riverfront where enemies might be able to see me? Let's see. Ivy League Bridge, Ballpark, Charles River Launch. Well, the river launched something and the part of the structure collapsed on it, so that's just great. More stuff that's on fire over there, so that's probably raider territory. Not really my cup of tea. Not really the kind of place I want to be at the moment, thank you. A pencil, cigarettes. Somebody threw ammo in the garbage can. Why would you do that? So let's see what's inside this bus. Probably not a whole lot of anything. Sometimes you can get lucky and there's like a first aid kit up in the front, so you'll get stim packs and stuff, but not always. Oh, good, this again. Where were you a second ago when I was looking for enemies up ahead? You know, I've got a crit banked up. Goodbye. I think you have a friend anyway. So, I think I can hear your friend. Yes, I can hear your friend just wandering up on me. Okay. Not as effective when I just hit him normally. There you go. Effective when I do this, though. Just glad that the raiders that are most definitely over there did not see me. Or hear me, for that matter. I would think that a shotgun blast would be pretty easy to hear, but, you know. I'll take the silver pocket watch. It might be worth something to somebody. I wonder if this was a subway entrance at one point. Man, those raiders are really going at it. It sounds like a lawnmower over there. Again, my apologies. Someone decided to mow the lawn directly outside of my house without even considering what's going on screen at the moment. Okay, I can still see your face, dude, so I might be able to hit it if I'm not blind and stupid. But, I might be both of those things, so this might be a little difficult. Can you guys, stop chasing him around like a bunch of crazy people? Also, I'm being shot by someone else, but I don't know who. Raider Scaver, that's a pretty high-level raider. This might be a bad idea, considering there's like 5 more people that want me dead now. That's great. I don't even know where that's coming from, but I guess it's better to stand still and not get hit by it. You know, if I get hit by it, then I take less damage. Oh, that's where it's coming from, over there. Okay. Don't lead him over here, buddy. Not asking you to go present yourself, but don't lead him over here. There's quite a lot of these guys, and this guy's moving up, so that and that. Okay, well that takes care of that guy. So that's nice and easy. Now I just need to get the rest of them. Dogmeat, are you okay over there? Oh, you're over here with me. Okay, so you're definitely okay. Good. Damn, I thought I could hit them there. Maybe I need to move, like, to the side so I can see them a little bit better. Like this is XCOM again. Ooh, okay. There's that guy. Hang on, buddy, I'm coming. I know there's a person right there, but if I stand still... Oh, okay, you're back up. Or it's just preventing me from using my stuff, which is also possible. Damn, I almost hit all of those. Hang on, buddy. There you go. Where do you suppose the rest of them are? Don't go wandering off, though, just because they're... Oh, that's where they are. Okay. Well, it might be better for me to go over here instead of just walking directly in front of them, you know, like an idiot. I'll say, whenever you want to hit their game, I'm aiming at him, so... That's a grenade! Ow, my legs. I'm gonna die. Hold on. I'm not gonna die. Nice shot with that grenade, though. Holy shit. Okay. Hey, buddy, I think we need to do that thing that we did again before.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Thank you. I'm glad you'll give me that one, because I appreciate it. It gives me more damage. There. Okay, so that takes care of that one. We got another one. Up, it says. Where's up? up there? Possibly.
Made a big mistake, rookie.
Are you on top of the building and you're yelling at me all the way down here? 'Cause I feel like you're making a mistake by doing that, because then I will have the high ground if I go up there. Well, I can't see them and they can't see me, buddy, so I think we'd be better off... I should probably... That's a question, isn't it? I should probably go over here, actually. And I'll tell you why I should probably go over here. Because marking this location will give me a little bit of experience.
Dumbass coward.
So I wonder if I can get up the building from here. Probably not, right? Like, I don't imagine this will get me all the way to the top of the building. Or maybe it will.
This is bullshit.
I'm tripping again. This is bullshit. So he's up here. Alright, so if we're careful, we might be able to get up to him. I'm going so far out of my way for Scribe Halen. I figured Reese was going to be the one to send me to a place like this, but apparently not. Gamma rounds. Those are nice. Those are worth a bit of money. Alright, where was that? Ah, there you are. Okay, so... How do you feel about that, sir? Maybe if I'm, accurate with my shot, then I can at least get rid of him without being stupoid. But, dinner plate. Did they have anything? Oh, I got the hot plates, I suppose. That makes it a little bit more worth it to come up here. Out of order. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, so getting to Monsignor Plaza is all the way over there. It still feels like it's so far away, considering it's close, but it's not, Oh well. Come on, buddy. Might as well make like a tree and leaf, I suppose. Get there faster if we leave now. How many more raiders will try to kill me on the way to it, though? That is the question. So there's Fallon's. Hello, what does this do? Oh, they've got a pulley system working for their buildings here. Interesting. I wonder if any of the raiders that just tried to shoot me were all, like, down at this security checkpoint and they just sort of popped out. Probably. Ooh. Feel like going on a gondola ride, buddy? Why not? Might as well. Probably try to quick save when I get there, though, unless there's something immediately shooting at me, in which case I will try to not quick save. Well, there's mass fusion. Hang on, buddy, I'll send it back for you. Or you could try to get to me and walk off a cliff just in the process. That doesn't seem like such a good idea. You know what else doesn't seem like such a good idea is walking in here when there's a raider waster. Yeah. Alright, get this out. Hide over here for a second. There. Alright, well, the stim pack actually worked pretty well there, all things considered. It, left me with a good chunk of ammo not missing from my body. Speaking of ammo missing from his body, flares. What good are those to me? Speaking of ammo missing from his body, health missing from his body, where's Dogmeat? Because he jumped off. So did he hop down there? Or did he find his way up here somehow? Probably not. Oh, he did. Alright, buddy. Come on, get on. Are you still sketched out by the gondola? Alright then. I'll send it back for you. So I think if we get to Fallon's there, I think that is the location where Monsignor Plaza is. And then we'll be able to recover this flux capacitor or whatever the hell. And it's just across the street, man, but it still feels like it's so far. Well, no time like the present. Off we go. What, did you just forget the scaffolding for this last part? Okay, fine, I'm going down. I guess I missed those. That's good. Good that I went down to grab them. I should also reload while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I guess I'm missing some rounds here too. I don't think I'm getting through here though. I think I just screwed myself a little bit by trying to get through here and coming down. I am so pissed off right now. Like, you have no idea. And it had nothing to do with me cutting myself off there. It has to do with all of the noise. Every noise that you can hear outside of my window. It's like, because it's the one good day that we've had in a while, everyone decides to do everything. There's not one of those chalk marks. I don't know what those are all about. Still don't have clarity on those. Alright, forget it. I'm just running for it. We'll get there quick enough. I think. Probably run into a few more raiders before we make it inside, but you know. Can I get into the plaza from here, though? I don't actually know that. There's fusion cells, that's good. Anything else inside this diner? I might as well check while I'm here. Well, nothing tried to explode when I opened the door, so that's a good first sign, or a bad first sign, depending on what's left. Richard's note, bottle cap, 38 round. I guess here's another flannel shirt and jeans if I needed it. I think this was actually one of the guaranteed spawn locations, if I remember correctly. So that's nice, I guess. Oh, hey, buddy. Hang on, let me grab this telephone and then check Richard's note. I'm never going to be able to find all these notes and stuff eventually because my miscellaneous tab is just going to get so large with keys and stuff. I checked, by the way, there are a couple of mods that you can grab in order to tidy up your miscellaneous tab, but a lot of them have problems where they can crash the game, and so I was like, I'll just deal with it. It's fine. What makes you think people will buy copies of the newspaper from you when they can just get one in Diamond City? Okay, maybe some of the traders are blank worth north of the river might buy. Didn't really get a chance to finish your thought, huh, Richard? Alright, so I don't know what's going to happen when I pass this Nuka Cherry sign. Probably raiders. It's anything like anywhere else. Yeah, raiders. Oh, they're up there. Okay. So they're probably up on top of, yeah, Monsignor Plaza itself. And I probably went the entire wrong way to get there, so now in order to get
At least it sure as hell looks that way.
over there, I'm gonna have to, like, go all the way around here. Which is probably less than ideal, if I'm being honest, but, you know. I'm the one that made this mess for myself. I guess I might as well lay in it. You know. I've got a bad feeling about all of this, and it starts with these turrets. So I can hit the combat inhibitor, though. That's kind of nice.
There. What? No!
We spent all our money on that turret! 1, 2, 3. Okay. Should be. Okay, well, I don't know how they didn't see me, but I'm gonna take it.
Why do they always gotta fight back?
Why wouldn't we fight back?
Kill me.
Where the hell am I going? I'm pressing the wrong button. That's where I'm going. Nice. Nice work, buddy. Dog found something. It was death. Your dog has something for me. It was pain. Okay, well, those guys weren't as bad as I thought they were gonna be, so that's cool. I'll take it. I'm out of ammo. I'll take this, though. Terminal. Lawnmower. This is so professional. I'm probably gonna have... Oh, I could have controlled the turret if I did this. Error, all clear. Units connected 1. Okay, so the one I just killed, I could have used it against them, so... Well, not gonna get to do that now, so let's go inside Monsignor Plaza. From here. I think there's also a front entrance, and this is like the side entrance, but hey, if I can avoid a little bit of shooting by going this way, and maybe the flux capacitor will be close by. It's not close by. Okay, well, it was worth a shot anyway. Mr. Handy Fuel has something in it. How's my inventory anyway? 250. Okay. So we're not bad. We're just not great, that's all. Oh, okay, hello. Gets rid of that guy. But I may have angered a small village of raiders, which is just not good for me. And one of them might have a lawnmower, considering what I can hear out there. They're shooting at me now. Sir, you appear to be shooting a little far away from the thing that you're shooting at. Oh, okay, that's where the turret is. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so now, there's quite a few more raiders, including that guy, that person, that lady. Sorry, can't really tell. It's hard to tell with the armor, you see. Maybe I should have come around the corner a little more before I wasted all my AP on 3 shots there. Buddy, are you okay? Are you taking heavy fire from something that's from a turret? Where's the turret? There's the turret. Okay. You appear to be standing in fire. Are you okay? I really gotta make that upgrade. There's an upgrade that I can make to my chest armor that I have the materials for at the moment. Where basically if they throw Molotovs and stuff at me, it gives me increased energy damage resistance. And it makes me immune to being set on fire, so those will deal significantly less damage to me. I'm not currently at an armor workbench, and I don't think I have the materials on me to make it, but I definitely have the materials back at home to make it, so... We'll have to go back and get those eventually. What is that all about? It's the turret. Alright, I guess we're gonna go down this way. I don't know what might be waiting for me in here, but it's gotta be better than what was waiting for me up there, which was about 6 raiders. Still managed to murk all of them, but, you know. Is this... Okay, it's not cut off, so... I'm still fully hidden, so either the enemies are pretty far away, or there's none left. I think it's just that they're pretty far away, actually. Baseball uniform. Fashionable glasses. I think I have to sneeze. Excuse me. It's the cut grass outside, that's the problem. If they have any actual, like, magazines in here that are not like just burnt up completely. Oh, there's pre-war money behind the counter. That's always a good find. Alright, so we still have a thing here somewhere. I was going to say I'm getting further away from it, but I'm not. Not anymore. It's up there. That's how we get out. Basketball. So am I hidden from the Protectron? Is that what's... oh. Holy shit, what was that? Some kind of a trap for the thing. Okay, interesting. Well, there's Psycho in there, but it's not like I want that. So... you guys wouldn't happen to have any Abraxo cleaner in here, would you? Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Okay, so it's up there. How the hell do I get up there? I guess I have to stay up from here? Somehow. Oh, I see. That's probably why I was still hidden, because probably if there's any more enemies, they're, yeah, here. So... let's see. I feel like I'm gonna walk into one of these spots and just get like blasted in the face to death by a, I don't know, something, just like a shotgun or a mini nuke or something that somebody just decides, no, I'm just gonna kill you. Systems wired up. Griswold's poetry collection. Finally got all the terminals wired up. Took a while to get the turrets playing, nice especially. I have to remember to get something nice for Jake after what happened to his pet mole rat. Oof. I wish Sue didn't have to be such a pain about this taking a while. Just because she can load up a few holotapes doesn't mean she knows the first thing about how complicated this old crap is. Whatever, it works now. Griswold's Poetry Journal. Property of Griswold, do not read. On life, on death, on Sue, on Griswold, on Sue, new. Okay, yeah, you guys just, 50 caliber bullets, holy shit. There's a weapons workbench as well. I could probably use that to do a little bit of upgrading at the moment. And a missile. So this must have been some kind of a shop for weapons, basically, since there's all this stuff in here. Is Fred the mannequin? What the hell you doing out here, Fred? No! No! No grenade bouquet. Bathroom scale? Oh, that would have tripped if I had stepped on it, the grenade bouquet. Okay. Clever girl. And they took everything out of the cigarette machines, too. That sucks. Alright, so Raider Scabber. Let's get some sneak attack off, get some damage off.
There you are, you little bitch.
Why does everyone keep calling me that? It's not very nice. Honestly, it's even less for me because, I mean, I've got rooted, baby. Is that all my AP? Yes, it is. Well, I'll have it saved up at least. Glad I hesitated for a second there because I definitely would have. Short combat rifle. Wow, already? Man, it's not a wonder she was doing so much damage. Combat rifles are an upgrade from the standard rifles there. I would be using it if I was using Rifleman, but since I'm using Gunslinger instead, I will not be bothering with that. It's fine. Can I grab this whiskey? Yes, I can. Good. Oh, good. There's brain fungus everywhere on top of whatever else. Sue's terminal. Flux sensor. Okay, well, Halen will be happy for that. Does Sue also have a terminal's worth of poetry? Touch this and die slowly, especially you, Griswold. Note to self. Next time I see Griswold, shoot him 3 times. Triple tap. With a double tap weapon. Oh, good. You opened the door for me. Thanks. Eh. Don't need these cans. Just gonna go around. She probably would have been really upset with me if I had found this to begin with. What's irradiating me so bad? Oh. Cambridge, unlock expert. Good. Well, we're not going that way. Back up we go, buddy. We gotta find a different way out, because that one is locked up tight, unfortunately. I wonder if I should take it. How much is it worth anyway? 117? I mean, it's worth more than the other thing, and I've still got some carry weight to work with, so I'll take the Nuka Cherry. Why not? Alright, back down and out, and hopefully when we go down and out, we won't be immediately in combat, so I can just fast travel back to Cambridge Police Station and turn this in with Halen. We'll see. Because we're about to go out and find out. Then once we turn this in with Halen, I think... Let's see, we cleared out the USS Riptide. So the next thing I think I want to do is I think I want to go to Sanctuary again at the end of the episode once we turn this in. Or no, you know, I probably want to go to Taffington Boathouse to finish that up for Oberlin Station. But I do want to go to Sanctuary in order to grab some supplies. So maybe we'll go to Sanctuary, grab the supplies, and then we'll fast travel to Mystic Pines. And then go away from Mystic Pines to go to Taffington Boathouse where I can clear it out for Oberlin Station. Then I can travel back to Greygarden, give them more stuff, more turrets and stuff, travel to Oberlin Station, set them up for their settlement. For some reason, they need me to go to a different settlement to do their settlement, but whatever. And then, yeah, we can go from there, I guess. It does make me wonder if anyone's going to move into Taffington Boathouse, though. They mentioned, yeah, so some people might be able to come pick up once, as long as the place is clear. Which will mean I'll need to build more turrets. So that's just great. Oh well. What can you do, right? Alright, we're still hidden. There's a Raider Psycho over there. And a mine over there. I don't know if I want to do that or if I just want to fast travel away, honestly. I think I'd rather just fast travel away, since he doesn't seem to know where I'm at. Actually, hang on. Did I clear this place? Yes, I did. Okay, well then, it doesn't matter. You cannot fast travel when enemies are nearby. Okay, well then, I guess I know what I'm doing. Well, that's gruesome as hell, but, you know, there it is. Alright, so we have a mine over here. Does that take care of the enemy? Probably. Hang on, I'm gonna get this mine too. These mines. I saw the second one and I said, okay, I'm just gonna keep spamming the button. So there's more enemies around. So are we good now? Yep, we're good now. Good. Alright, well, that'll handle that for us then. So I'm going to turn this in. I'm going to go back to Sanctuary because I'll basically make my last stop in Sanctuary now, essentially. And I'll take care of any... Basically, I'm going to show what I did in a second, but basically I did a whole bunch of scrapping in between episodes. And I now have some more stuff that I can also scrap. So I'll take care of doing all of that stuff. And then, once I've done that, we will move on to getting Taffington Boathouse. They said that somebody might move in over there, but I don't really... I think I'll wait and see if anybody actually moves in over there before I bother to build turrets. I don't think it's a good idea to build them until it's, you know, actually taken care of. But let's do this with Halen first.
You're back. Hope that means you recovered the tech.
Wasn't easy to get, but yes, I did.
Here it is.
Good work. Here, the Commonwealth won't be running out of tech anytime soon. Let me know if you think you can handle another run.
Not at the moment, actually.
Can't do it right now.
All right. Report back to me when you're able.
But thanks for the extra
Find me when
EXP.
you're ready.
Alright, cool. So they said to report to dance, so I think while we're here, I'll just do that too. Because it's, I mean, we might as well. It's already in our inventory of stuff, so.
I've got another mission.
And that's another mission completed. It's enough to level me up.
Ready.
Outstanding. Over the years, the Brotherhood has sent several recon teams to the Commonwealth. The last squad went in 3 years ago. They never reported back. Officially, they're missing, presumed dead.
Was there a rescue mission?
No. The Brotherhood doesn't have the resources or the manpower to conduct a search like that.
Really?
Everyone who signs up for a recon mission knows the risks. Our lives depend on our training and on each other.
That doesn't seem like a very Army thing to
we
do.
honor those who give their lives in the line of duty.
It sounds like a small soldiers thing to do. Okay, so...
It's been 3 years. They could be anywhere by now.
Their insertion point was in the hills near Malden. Survey the area and establish a search pattern.
Okay.
Monitor your radio for distress signals. All recon teams are issued distress pulsers that put out a short-range homing beacon. If you can acquire a signal, you should be able to trace it to its source.
Alright, well that sounds like a whole lot of work, but I'll see what I can do.
Because there's plenty of vermin out there that need exterminating.
I'm sure there is, Reese, but I'll worry about that after I take care of this priority mission for Dance. The Lost Patrol is the name of the mission. I don't remember if I've ever done this one, to be honest. It's the last mission that you can do with them that isn't just an infinitely looping Radiant quest that repeats like the ones that Reese and Halen give you. Those ones will just repeat forever and ever, so you can just keep doing them for as long as you want. But this is the last normal mission that you can do with the Brotherhood until later on in the game, if I recall correctly. There's like a trigger later, a flag that happens where they get more stuff to do. But we don't have access to that for now, so I'm not going to worry about it. So we can search for the recon team. I guess I can check what that looks like on the map if I do this. Turn that on, and then... Well, that's a little bit of a ways out as well. I guess it's over by Taffington Boathouse, so I suppose I could go and take care of it while I'm on my way over there. But for now, I think I want to go back to Sanctuary and take care of that. There's also the Mass Fusion Containment Shed, which isn't too far away from where they want us to go as well. I feel like a lot of the enemies in this area are going to be pretty tough, though. So we'll see what happens. I really kind of want to actually get a move on with, you know, going to Cambridge Polymer Labs now that we've made it to level... We're at 15 now, so... Let's take Gunslinger to get an increase in our pistol damage. But the main thing that I want to do after this, we want to go to the Polymer Labs, but I also want to go to Boston Public Library, which is like here-ish, somewhere in this area. Because if I go there, I can learn more about my laser weapons, and then I can, you know, make a habit out of actually being able to modify it and stuff. So now here's the real question. Do I want to do that before I go back to Sanctuary? Now that I've cleared out a good chunk of this stuff here, I can probably just like go up to Backstreet Apparel, wander my way down the street here, and end up pretty close to where I need to go to get to the library. So, what time is it in the game again? 1:29. Well, I guess before I think about anything else, and inventory check. Okay, I've got about 100 pounds left, although it's only going to be like 80 once I run out of grilled radstag in a second. So before I run out of grilled radstag, first of all, let's put Dogmeat's bed down. We'll take a nap. I think I'm going to do that, actually. I think I'm going to go to the Boston Public Library first before I go back to Sanctuary, because then if I go to the library first, then I can make the upgrades to Righteous Authority to allow it to take advantage of my pistol perk that I just took. And then once I've done that, I can head back to Sanctuary, make the upgrades, and then go down to Taffington Boathouse and the places where the patterns are. For the signal, we can go from there. I gotta follow. I didn't see which one it was. Hold on a second, I'll look. Sniper, PK7, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I'm actually basically done at the moment, actually. Sorry to say it, I know you're just coming in. I'm just taking a quick sleep. We'll have some breakfast, and then I'm going to call it a day so that we can move on. Alright, stretch break, even though I'm getting up in a second. Need help? You beat this game many times. Well, I appreciate it. I will let you know. I have an okay-ish amount of knowledge in the game. I have not beaten it all the way yet, but I have an okay-ish amount of knowledge of it. But if I have any questions, I will make sure that I ask you. Let's have some breakfast first. again, still get rid of these silt beans. I've got a bunch of purified water now from going to the factory there, so that's nice. Or the water treatment plant. You know, I'll stick this carry weight back on because why not? It'll come in handy. Okay, these are still cleared out. Pet my boy.
Good boy.
I know that look in your eyes. You're ready for a new adventure. But before we have a new adventure, I think we got to call it a day, buddy. So that's going to do it for today's episode of Fallout 4, the Stream Edition. Like I said, we will probably... Am I going to head back to Sanctuary now before I go there? Let me think about it. Yeah, I guess I might as well. We'll head back to Sanctuary and we'll still call it a day while we're in the process of that because I'll get an autosave when I go here. I will take care of a little bit of inventory management that I need to do in between streams from all the new stuff that we got, all the extra junk. I'll put some stuff away. And we'll be back for the next episode, which will be happening tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Carla's here as well, so that'll be a good thing to take advantage of once I get myself all settled. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Yeah, I'd be tired too, considering how far we walked to get back here. Again, not usually a fan of fast traveling in these games, but I suppose I don't have a needs mod installed. When we get to Skyrim, I will have a needs mod installed, so fast traveling will be a big no-no.